It's me, legally
It's me,
distinguishable.
Chris Pratt.
God.
It's me, Chris Pratt.
It's Cheerio.
It's Smario. It's different.
Mario's Welch cousin.
Smario, yeah.
That took a while.
Data bits are going out, I assume.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're doing it.
Are we doing the live? Are we doing the thing? All the bits are. Hey.
It took a while for it to. I saw it blink, but then it wouldn't change, and then eventually it went. There we go. Cool.
Oh man, that was
Twitch was eating shit, yeah.
right
like-
earlier this week, didn't?
Yeah.
Because I was like,
I was getting the little ghost, yeah.
and it was everybody too, right?
Yeah, my stream didn't get hit with it too much, I don't think, but yeah.
No, mine. Like it blinked out like that, and everyone's like, "Oh, the stream's going bad." And I'm like, "It looks fine here." Then I like reach over and cut the tablet onto Twitch, and I'm like, "Oh no, that's everything's gone."
Yeah, no. Well, I figured it was Twitch when I refreshed the page and like the video didn't load. And I'm like, yes, that's.
Someone was saying, yeah, no, Twitch is borked in the UK, so I went to check. Yep, no, I was only getting the ghost. I couldn't even get into any streams. It was just the little ghost at the top of the page. That's it.
I'm gonna do a couple of social medias. HTTPS. Twice.
That's bad.
Hits.
Hatitipus.
Hits.
I call it Hatitipus.
Live for the Linux Game Cage Weekly. Yes. Ooh, fuck yeah. Let's do Linux Game Cage.
How to get burned? How to get burned? You want this cake? I want it. You want this cake?
Oh,
I want it. Well, we're getting Nicolas Cage's Dracula though. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch the trailer for it?
I have not yet. No.
Oh.
I saw it. I'm like, ooh, interesting.
Renfield, right?
Yep, Renfields.
Live with the Linux Gamecast Weekly Nonsense. Let's do a hashtag on Linux, because that'll confuse people when they show up and see us. They're like, what? You don't look like a Linux.
I hope they make Nicolas Cage say, I'm a vampire in it, just for funsies.
Oh, man.
Ghost Rider shows up, starts urinating fire again.
People start ice skating uphill.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
no, that's what we need. We need, like, fucking Nicolas Cage Multiverse of Madness, where it's just all Nicolas Cage. Every Nicolas Cage movie character ever in one movie, all played by Nicolas Cage.
But he's just comic book characters.
Yeah.
Like,
I still gotta say, it's like, he was, I still love the fact that he was upset that they, like, they made him come in for the unbearable weight of massive talent. He's like, no, I wanted someone else to play me. I wanted to see what they do.
who's going to end up playing Nicolas Cage and Nicolas Cage?
In the biopic? I don't know.
Biopic.
His kid? Kal-El?
I don't know. Hello, Jill. Yes, let me eat cake. Hello, Linux.
Yeah.
Radio, North Ranger.
If they could find some like unknown dude who's just like the complete doppelbanger of Nicolas
The
Cage, that would be great.
doppelbanger.
Yeah, the
Doppelbanger.
doppelbanger. Yeah, the doppelbanger. You know, if you can't bang the person you want, you find the person who kind of looks like them. It's their doppelbanger. Yeah,
Can't argue with that.
yeah.
Sound logic. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So we got a little bit of a show today, been kicking off the new year and doing the things. We're going to be talking about the Steam Award winners and our thoughts on that, because I take issues with a few things. A mystery Steam event in the regular news, an update, an alleged timeline for upcoming Intel GPUs. Pedro's found a Fallout person remake that's going to get sued out of existence, and Jordan's going to tell you about Catacomb GL, because they use that fancy new thing called CMake now.
Yeah.
They did it good on that. Normally, like, you go into CMake, all right, they need to add some build instructions, because I read stuff now from, like, writing, technical documentation point of view, and I'm like, it's just like, do the CMake thing was there. I'm like, yeah, I know the CMake thing, just do the build and CMake, drops the binary right in the top level of the build directory.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm very happy about that. I didn't even look there. I immediately started digging around in source and build. And
Yeah, there's like a build or a dist folder or something.
Like, right, where'd you drop this? And I was like, I give up. And I'm like, okay, well, fine. And I went back. Like, oh, it's right there. Huh.
Yeah, that is always nice. It's like, yeah, just here's the binary in case you want to just test it out of here.
You go, oh, how kind of you. And it did launch. Granted, I didn't have anything to play it with or test it with, but it builds. That's always. Oh, I built Super Metroid.
Yeah, I saw you were posting that.
That was a very interesting. It's rare that you see progress bars start at 100% and finish at 280. Okay, but
listen, it's space math. Don't worry about it.
Space math. It built a functioning Super Metroid SNES
ROM.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Like, good on you guys.
Now, how long to replace Samus with Macho Man Randy Savage?
Oh man, minutes. Build systems. You know what? CMake used to be a dumpster fire. It did. It had really bad
It was inconsistent.
error reporting. Like what are you missing, CMake? Please tell me.
Now they actually give you the thing. It's like, you're missing this. Oh, cool.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
this. This is like we're living in the future now.
It's like, where it's installed. Where are you looking for it?
I mean, I'm like 70% I expect CMake or then
Ninja?
yeah, I was gonna say rusty shit.
Yeah, you just cargo build it and it downloads everything and it installs everything.
I
Which
expect Ninja
part of
to
me
take care
loves
of
and part
this.
of me is going, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, y'all remember scones? You miss scones?
Hey, Pedro, you don't mess with these people. Pedro, you used Pip before. You're used to seeing the prey.
Yes.
Like maybe, come on, you can do it. You know, cheering it on.
And then pip install, and it's like, okay, so I installed it at the user level, like it says to do, and it's not working. Okay, sudo pip install. Hey, it works now.
System wide. I hope that didn't populate my system with a bunch of crazy stuff, man.
I mean, it's still better than Node. Where like every one of these fucking breaches now is due to like some supply chain attack, where like they compromise some upstream dep on Node.js and extract a bearer token, and then ugh.
I saw that post on Hacker News yesterday. Like somebody pulled like 26 AWS keys.
Yep.
Erps. But yeah, as far as build systems go, Rust can get a bit gnarly sometimes, especially when you're pulling in, like 2 gigs of. I mean, same thing with Pip though, but like build a tiny little thing.
The biggest thing that I think at this point installed was actually Proton Tricks, because it pulled a couple of dependencies down with it, and yeah, no, it took less than a minute. So as long as you keep it like that, Pip.
I use Pip to install and update the Trackmania server front end.
Right.
And that can be an adventure sometimes with like the AO HTTP stuff. Like having to like fight back, and like I've learned how to like get the development versions, and I've learned the equivalent of like force, which I don't like doing. But what do you have this week for us, Steve? This is what happens when I need some 256 machine screws, but I have an Amazon gift card. One, I'm just going to take issue with like you ordering machine screws from Amazon. How much of a premium? But I mean, I guess if you needed them,
It's like, I need them tomorrow.
ish this month, yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. A DeLorean.
Okay, puzzles. Just puzzles.
I've pretty much
And the
avoided
art, the art of Run Cop. Yeah.
I found one DeLorean for sale. I mean, I stopped and I looked at it. It was in some dude's yard, but I was able to keep going, man. I was like, I don't want that hassle. Because then you're going to be the guy that has the DeLorean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And everyone walks up to you and asks you questions.
Does it go 88 miles an hour? And like, how many bodies can you possibly hide inside that thing? Not many. What are your thoughts on DeLorean ownership, Jordan Swang?
I mean, if you really like DeLoreans or you're like a big fat Back to the Future fan, then like, sure,
Okay.
I guess. I remember my one DeLorean anecdote is, as a child, you know, we at school in recess, you would like throw snowballs at like passing by cars, right? Because you know, why wouldn't you? You know, you're a little psychopath. So someone, I forget who, they hit a DeLorean driving by and it stopped and backed up, and we were like, oh fuck, and we all ran.
Run!
Professor Scott got out.
Yeah. That's my DeLorean story.
All right.
I do remember the one bit from American Dad though, where like Stan gets a DeLorean and it's like, we got to get to 88 miles an hour. It's like, oh, you've seen Back to the Future? It's like, no, that's just how fast these cars go. They're not very well made.
First thing I mentioned, yeah, it's slow. But hey, I mean, you get lucky, you might be able to find that free bag of cocaine they came with.
Yeah. that John DeLorean was consuming by the bucketful, yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so we have this together. What do we got?
Okay. But Steve, you just answered it, right? Like a Hot Wheels designer has a DeLorean? Sure, you know, if your job is like designing car models, ostensibly you would be interested in cars, and right? Like that tracks.
Yeah, not a lot of cars actually went with that particular very angular design. Panteras did. Yeah.
Dude, like DeLorean's like one of those few cars. It had the look, but none of the performance. Like you don't see many cars like that. Like cars that look like they're going to go fast, but that's complete show.
All bark, no bite.
Yeah. I'd be like if you like got into a bus and it only had one seat in it. You're like, oh man. Miatas are fun to drive though. I don't think I've never
Miatas
seen.
don't go very fast, but they accelerate. They reach top speed very quickly. They're
I wouldn't
very
even agree
light.
with that. I fit in a Miata. I thought about buying a Miata just to have like this little play around car. They're fun little cars. I've never assumed them to be fast though. Also, you can get like the little cutouts to make them look like they have teeth, which may have played a decision. Like, come on, man, that'd be fun to have the equivalent of eyelashes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Great
By the way,
Scott.
if anyone's wondering, yes, Steve works at Hot Wheels.
Yes.
He
Well,
works for the people who make the Hot Wheels.
okay, so technically he works for Barbie, but he gets pulled in by the Hot Wheels department periodically.
Remember, kids, don't be confident at your jobs. Someone else is gonna ask for your help.
I get like Steve tells this story better, but I love the fact that like when his dad worked for Mattel. And his dad was the Hot Wheels guy, and he specifically went to Barbie because he didn't like want to be typecast, right? Like, he didn't want to.
All those Reinekers are good for, man.
Yeah,
Making
right.
cars.
Shoes and cars.
Mike, the hardest thing for me, my man, was finding a hardtop version. Okay, finding any Miata that wasn't completely clapped out. Completely. Like, oh boy, because everybody gets them for little fuck around cars. Which, you know, it's kind of hard to get upset with anyone. We're like, but I wanted to be the one that did that to it. And I wanted a hardtop. I didn't want a soft top. But you can, yeah, you can fit. Oh man.
Yeah, no, I still want a Mazda Speed 3. That's like my dream hatch. That's the Mazda Speed 3, the 2009 version. I really want one, but whenever one shows up for sale here, it's like, oh, starting value, £20,000 with 100,000 miles on it already. It's like, no,
That's a bit much.
no.
Okay, let's be honest. I want the Peugeot. I want the Blade Runner car. Yes. Can I have one?
That looks like a nice concept. I wonder what it'll actually look like.
It's a Peugeot, man. Like, I don't know. Irritated?
Is that how it's pronounced? Peugeot?
Yeah, it's Peugeot.
Peugeot.
Not Peugeot. I read it like Pidgeot, like the fucking Pokemon.
It's Peugeot.
I've heard that pronunciation. Fuego.
Don't need to emphasize the W there. Just
Pidgeot. Pidgeot. Yeah, the Pidgeot. Pidgeot.
Peugeot.
Yeah.
Le Peugeot.
You know what? If you said that and you followed it by car, we would find a common ground. We would eventually get to those floaty suspension, super smooth ride vehicles. Yeah, I know I got it right, but I don't feel like arguing with them, Strider. You just gotta let them have the win sometime.
I don't know. I've seen it written. I've never heard it spoken out loud. So like, Pidgeot. Yeah. I maintain.
I think the only Oldsmobile I want is the ones with the suicide doors. But I don't think I'll ever buy an ice car, though. Like, not for like a reliable, boring,
For daily driver.
yeah, like it's going to be electric. The new electric DeLorean. Yeah, they're going to make like. I was kind of. I wasn't excited about an electric DeLorean. It's kind of like DeLorean in name only, but they're only making like. I'm going from memory here, like 20 of them. They're like hyper boutique. Are you going to call it the crit? How would you mispronounce that? Kit Roden? I don't know.
Kytrine?
The Kytron. Yeah, the Kytron.
My brain's not having any of it. Then I'm like, come on, we can do a good one. It's like, nope.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the 36-month resub, Basil.
Basil. You get a metal hard drive clap for that, because I was today years old when I realized the case of this Kingston was metal. Why? Because it was cold. I'm like, you're cold. What do you taste like? Because that's how you find out if something's metal, right? You lick it.
Yep.
All right, that's metal.
Does it taste like blood?
Oh man, I love the fact that somebody's going to pop into the Twitch channel and they're just like, hey, what's going on? Buick Roadmaster. What the absolute? Like, hi, we go places.
Yeah, this is the Linux gaming podcast.
Scroll
sure.
up for the Pokemon reference, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know. Metal's got its own taste to it. I don't even know if it's like, what is it? Is it the metal or is it the temperature difference? Was it the clank on the teeth?
The temperature difference is nice.
I can usually that is like my first salvo into like, is that shiny thing plastic or metal? I'm like, is it
do
colder?
it right in the middle.
I use my finger organs and I'll touch it to see if it's like much cooler than the
Or
surrounding.
if it's out in the sun, if it's much warmer.
Yes, that's inverse properties.
No, you gotta stick your face in it, right? Like,
The one other Canadian person I ever talked to used to play Neverwinter Nights with her. And she said that on her street, it's like every single winter, there was at least one person that would get their tongue stuck in the pole. Like the lighting pole.
I had a friend who was that person.
I haven't had the opportunity to do that. Let's be perfectly fair.
It was fun. He could only eat pudding for like a month afterwards. Because
here's the thing: I'm too much of a like dumbass not to try that, but I'm also smart enough to walk out there with some more water.
Yeah, just come out with a glass, just like
Yeah, I'm just like we got to test this theory. Do I use Debian testing for my gaming machine? Well, this is kind of a dual purpose Threadripper system. It's running Debian testing right now, and the DAW is running Debian testing. Pedro and Jordan are on Debian 11 though. If you stick around to the after
I'm
shows, and that
running no
box is
bar.
running Debian 10. I'm talking about these boxes you're on, man. You know what I'm talking about.
That was deliberate.
I run Temple OS.
Oh,
Dude,
did they finally get the graphics drivers working?
Some other people have picked that up, man. They're working with it. It's got a different name, right?
Yeah, they forked it. It's like a fucking Protestant schism, right? Like you're gonna have the Orthodox Temple OS people, and then you're gonna have like the new one. I always space on the name. It's like yeah, someone will post the new name.
Although I have 2 laptops running Haiku.
All right. I understand. Like, you're a spite-filled creature and you take it out.
One is a fairly modern-ish laptop. It has a Haswell Intel CPU in it, and 16 gigs of RAM and a 1080p screen. So yeah, like best chance of it working. And the other one is a triple EPC 704 SD. Which you can install Haiku to the internal SSD and still have about 2 gigabytes free by the end. So,
as I said, you're a spite-filled creature, man. What we need to do is you take a laptop, put a little get a little IKEA pedestal, put it in an empty room in the house on the pedestal with it open, running Haiku or whatever, and leave it in there in that off conversation when somebody walks in. You're like, why is there a laptop? I was like, that's how the angels communicate with me.
that's the only way the voices can keep quiet.
Yeah, no, the voices are on a really, really old SendMail server, so this is the only thing set up to actually receive them.
Right. How many cores Threadripper? It's 12.
Yeah, it's the basic bitch one.
No, incorrect. It is.
No, it's the.
All right. Yes, because there's also the Y Threadripper.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, core one.
The one that was basically just the fucking Ryzen CPU
To get
with
the
extra
PCI
steps.
Express
Yeah.
lanes, yes. Which I've looked at the Y Epic CPU, which they also make the Y Epic, believe it or not. You can get an 8-core Epic. Like, which I've kind
I
of...
mean, if you only need like a NAS, you just underclock the shit out of it with 8 cores. Yeah.
I'm just kind of looking at that. I'm like, how cheap can I get a Gen 3 version of that? Because then again, you're building these systems for PCI Express bandwidth.
You want them lanes?
Gotta have them lanes, man. You gotta have that much space so you can put the second 3090 in there. 4090, I'm sorry.
Yes. You can have 2 4-slot GPUs. Oh, is that why NVIDIA finally killed off SLI? The cards are now so big, you just fucking can't.
I could not.
I think I still have some SLI bridges that like.
I do.
Yeah, I have
I have two.
Yeah,
I don't think I would reach with the modern ones. You'd have to get like an extension.
Well, it's great too because it's like, maybe one day I can SLI this system. Well, no, fuck that shit.
This is going to be something I'm going to be experimenting with tomorrow because I'm going to be doing a test stream for like with the DaVinci Resolve, and I'm like, see, the fun thing is I'm going to be streaming in 4K. Yeah, that's where it gets a little dicier, right? 2160p, 60, and that's going to be using up a chunk of the GPU. It's a good thing I'm going to be running DaVinci Resolve, which is going to be taking it. So this is why it's going to be a test stream. I'll tell you guys about it in just a minute when we get started on the show. The only reason I run Debian testing is to make sure everything's going to be fine for the next upcoming release, and once it rolls back over to stable, I stay unstable for the first 2 years. This is a studio. This is boring. This needs to work. It just gets cuts on. That's why we run Debian. Nothing changes out from under you. You get security updates, and you're good. Hey guys, what's going on?
I was reading.
You were explaining Debian stuff, so I was waiting for you to finish.
Because I didn't see the question at first, but you started answering it. It's like, wait, what am I missing? So I was reading through Discord. It's like, okay, right.
You gotta get the is it the gecko with the fucked up eyes?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, the chameleon.
Chameleon, yeah. The Susie, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Susie is a gecko, no? Gecko?
They call it Geeko, but it's drawn as a chameleon.
Yeah, it's one of those things where
Green lizard with fucked up eyes wouldn't fit on the t-shirt.
Yes, the shame lion.
Yeah, the shame lion.
The shame lion.
What Pokemon is that?
Yeah, it's shame lion, the shame Pokemon. You should every time you look at it, you feel bad. Shame. That's a little bell that ding 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 ding.
North Ranger, you got to use stable diffusion for that. I'm sure
You'll be waiting 2 minutes for it to be done, but yeah, it'll do it.
Yeah, fortunately, I was smart enough to stay away from any boxes I ever run into running Susie. I'm like, nope.
I unfortunately I had to maintain Slush boxes for a number of years. Don't recommend.
You wouldn't do it voluntarily, though. No.
No, it wouldn't.
The entire time you're doing it, you're like, how did you guys get fucked into this contract?
It's literally because it was cheaper than Red Hat. That was it.
I guess those Microsoft subsidies paid for something.
You need a support contract, and you don't want to pay them Red Hat bucks. Novell got you.
Oh man, I read a postmortem like whatever happened to Novell, which I was kind of curious about because I did a couple of Novell deployments way back when, and that was interesting. Like they didn't even adopt like online functionality until like late 90s, like 98, 99. Oh, no, Novell's been dead.
Cooling setup for a system with 74090s.
Is it dead or is it SCO dead?
I mean, that's a mining rack there, Mr. Alert. That's what the cooling solution looks like. You get one of those mining racks, and you just have the GPUs in open air.
I was about to say, like, hanging from the cage.
Yeah. The milk crate approach.
Are you talking about, like, the cooling for the power supplies to drive that shit? Or what?
You can have the power supplies hanging, too.
I don't know, man. 4090s are just unhinged. Like, and not in a good way. I mean, it's the bad type of ridiculous. It went too far. We were talking about that last week. You know, like Titan cards were the good type of ridiculous. Like, oh man, that's insane. Wouldn't mind one of those.
Yeah,
4090s
Titan cards kind of made sense when they had, you know, the mainstream, that the affordable cards, and then it's like, okay, now you can have the Titan, which is stupidly
the Titan
expensive,
was
but the best
NVIDIA like going,
performance.
hey guys, these are not for gaming. Wink.
That Titan V though.
So, yeah. And NVIDIA's just went complete. And AMD's joined right up there with them, man. Sad to see. Sad to see your heroes. I don't think NVIDIA's ever been anybody zero, but...
Super Jensen.
They realized that's like, okay, we can compete with the 4090, but we can compete with the 4080.
Hey,
we
you know
can
what
make
they
a 4080.
Pedro,
for
they can
rasterization.
compete against this new card they released, the 4070 Ti.
Well, yeah, even the XT, not XTX version of the 7900 can compete, more than compete, and completely destroy the
Pedro,
4070
I will have you know that it is occasionally faster than the 3090 Ti, with only being $100 more.
Yes. It's so bad.
It's gonna get worse.
This is not CEO fanfic that I've just come up with. This is like NVIDIA. What the hell, man? Like,
and
yeah,
if NVIDIA keeps doing that and releasing cards at that price, then AMD is gonna go, why the hell should we lower our prices? We don't have to.
That's it, right? Like, look forward to your $600 like 4060. That's welcome to the mid range.
The mid-range is where the high-end used to be, because remember the 1080? The 1080
saving
was
grace for all
MSRP
this?
$600.
Because listen, we're all a bunch of like pleasure monkeys, tailless pleasure monkeys.
Yep.
Fortunately, these are priced out of the range for most of us, man. We're just like,
Can't do it. Yeah.
like, not gonna happen. And the stock remains. You got your edge cases. You got the people who are like $1,000 video card. You know, I always get a $1,000 video card, but I treat myself every 4 years. You know, you do you. I'm not judging you.
They're the people who will like just sell their old video card just to be at the tip every time. And it's like, but why?
But that's their thing, you know.
It's the
they get off on that.
enthusiast.
You know, they're like, I didn't buy any Pokemon games last 3 years.
Yeah. Last year, $300. I've spent more money on Pokemon games than I have on my Nintendo Switch. So,
I mean, that's the console market, right? The console is super subsidized so that they can then charge you massively on the games.
Somebody's gonna get paid either way, but yeah, this you can't justify building a gaming PC like without they've just moved what used to be the low mid range, you know, it's going to be like the 60 series into a new tier price tier.
well, and I think here's the other thing too. You know, once upon a time, you know, as performance increased, price went down. You know, that $600 4060, you know, it costs the same as the 1080. That's because it performs the same as the 1080. So, you know, once upon a time, that's what you had to pay for that performance. You still have to pay that for that performance now. If you want better performance, you gotta pay more.
You can actually see just how far the average has regressed because of how shit the prices have been. If you look at the Steam survey, the most popular GPU now for everyone is the 1650. It used to be the 1060, which is a faster video card than the 1650, but now the 1650 is in first place. It's regressed. It's actually regressed.
And again, like the target, we talked about this last week, right? The target really hasn't changed. Like most people just want 1080 60. They don't really care about like UHD. They don't really care about 8K. If you can deliver solid 1080p 60, then that's what most people want. And most cards out there right now are more than capable of that for most games. So, like,
there's multiple ways, like multiple factors. Like one of the things that like messed up all the metrics this recent year is not necessarily the pricing. It's the little thing I like to call China. That jacked up the metrics for a lot of stuff when it comes to Steam.
Yep.
And the 1650 is included as a part of pre-builds and laptops a lot.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, something we talked about last week. APUs are getting gotten off, man.
The Steam Deck kind of showed that, yes, APUs will play just about everything if you're willing to compromise on the resolution a little bit.
And, you know, well, if we're talking about like the average person, let's talk about like the average like 12-year-old, 13-year-old that's got a freaking PC, you know?
They don't fucking care, yeah. They're playing Roblox.
Perfectly acceptable. You're like, that's 720p at 18 FPS. Acceptable.
Yep. Fortnite doesn't demand that much. Yep.
All right, everyone. Let's get underway.
You just need all the video memory so you can load all those custom Fortnite skins that everyone else has that you don't.
Oh, man.
And they're going to shame you for it.
What is it, Swagbucks? What is the Fortnite money's called?
V-Bucks.
V-Bucks, sorry.
V-Bucks. Swagbucks.
Swagbucks.
Swag.
I'm scared to Google that, everyone. I mean, I'm going to do it, but... What the fuck's Swagbucks?
And Epic weaponizing their underage fan base.
Speaking of, free Kerbal on Epic if you don't have the game already. Kerbal Space Program. It's fun.
Do I have a copy of it? I might. I'm not smart enough for that game.
Yeah. We all probably have a copy of it somewhere via Humble, but like, yeah.
Here, it's bad news if you're a parent and you got a kid that's like hyper into Kerbal. You're going to be paying for like postdoctoral school on that shit.
Yeah, you're paying for engineering school.
Right.
I mean, now, to be fair, that child will be able to put you in a real sweet retirement home in like 50
Probably
to
buy
60
you a
years.
retirement home.
Yeah, so you know, it's the long-term investment, right? Like you get the short-term pain, but you get the long-term gain. You don't get stuck in the crappy home that Grandpa Simpson's in.
And you know what? If they're 17, 16, 17, they're playing Roblox, just, you don't have to worry. Just, that's cool. Patreon.com/Linux Gamecast. We'll make better use of that money.
Yes, contribute to our hedge fund, trust fund.
Listen, your child is already working for free as a slave to the Robux Corporation. Because it is unmonetized labor that Roblox...
It is set up like that. I watched a little video on them, like, that's legal?
Yeah.
Okay.
No one's taken them to court yet because, most of the people who are playing the game are kids and they're happy to just get the scraps. So...
Oh, did everybody see the what our art on Reddit did to that poor guy who posted his picture?
What?
He got, like, banned because they said it was AI generated. And he's like, I spent like 100 hours making this.
Oof.
Reddit art. Let me see. News. Yeah. I don't want to. Let's see.
Too much Googling.
Subreddit bans an artist whose style appears similar to AI made art.
Okay, I can see that though. Like the face kind of looks like the AI face. I can, yeah.
And the iOS tower on at the back is like, okay, where did you pull that from?
Yeah, I like it certainly looks a lot more intentional than like AI art, but I can see that like someone would look at that and be like, maybe, but yeah, I don't know.
There's the full picture.
Oh, what's the test called? To tell when an AI is supposed to trick a human?
The Turing test?
Turing test, yes. This is like the reverse Turing test, but for AI art.
He got banned, man.
It's like, no, your art is too...
That's like the dude who's like so good at Counter-Strike, he gets accused and banned for like hacking, and is like... Like, no, I just have no life.
See, I was thinking about this earlier. I posted this when I got home because I saw they're using the chat. Was it GPT?
Yeah, ChatGPT is the
They're on
is
Model
the new
2,
hotness.
and Model 3 is going to be maybe more crazy unhinged. But they're using that with like VTuber, and I'm like, how many months are we away from a Twitch farms of Chat GPT powered avatar, VTubers reacting to chat and
24/7, 24/7 stream,
right?
Yeah.
That they think that they're a waifu that they're giving their Twitch subs to, and it's like, and somebody's like, yeah, this is one of the 17,000 I'm currently running right now.
Well,
pretty good passive income.
That's like kind of like the horror story with like AI generated images and video. Like at a certain point, can you trust your eyes anymore?
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, this is going to be easy mode because the whole animated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're probably going to start seeing like a resurgence of like, no, we need cameras on real people.
But then what happens when like your media companies realize, hold on, this is cheaper than paying actors and writers, and then everything just becomes fucking AI straight to like fucking VTube
Really
shit.
cheap CGI with ChatGPT scripts.
If it sells, man.
Scriptbot 9000 produced the latest Avengers movie, Avengers 19.
Hey, man. Anything that gets
Blinky Ghosts of Vegas.
Anything that gets me closer to Gluttony Bot, I'm down with.
Or Hedonism Bot.
Hedonism Bot. Was it? Yeah, Hedonism.
Zombie, fetch the icing. Woo!
Oh, man.
Cover me in fondue.
Oh, Futurama. You were too beautiful for this world. Then all the good writers left. I said
Yeah, and
I
then
said
they keep trying to fucking electrocute that dead toad. Oh yeah, Futurama's coming back. Those back seasons of Futurama were like some of the weakest ones. There were a couple good episodes like here and there, but like the first 4 seasons of Futurama have like a pretty consistent quality level that just isn't present in the newer stuff. What I want And I'll keep saying it. Raised by Wolves. Someone please pick that up.
Come on, Amazon Prime.
Please.
What's that? Oh, hey, hi, Jordan. I'm Disney, and we're gonna do it, but it's gonna be animated.
It's gonna be PG-13, or it's gonna be PG. Oh my god. Oh my.
James Cameron buys the rights.
I had to stop watching that Willow show. It's so fucking bad.
Thank you. I made it 2 episodes in, and I asked you, and you said episode 3 had a Metallica song or some shit in it, and
it was a cover of a Metallica song. Yeah.
And you see, if you would have been like, no, Warwick like walked out with a Metallica t-shirt, like, well, I've got to watch that.
Oh, dude, no, if I told you that like Warwick came out with like fucking Metallica, yeah, like,
or if like they were like cruising, like Ride the Lightning started playing, and they were fucking some things up. I'm like, yeah. I gotta
right,
watch
like,
this.
Yeah.
Well,
They also had a really bad cover of Black Hole Sun.
oh, that's just going.
Yeah, no, that show is so frustratingly poorly written. It's, yeah.
Does it feel cash grabby or?
It's not. It's not cash grabby. It's just like everything is so contrived, and like the characters are so fucking stupid.
And to me, this is a Vin issue, which I had a problem with the Wheel of Time. And I bring it up, and I don't know why it bothers me, but it legitimately bothers me when I'm watching something, especially even if it's fantasy. I can't deal with like medieval settings where everybody's fucking clean.
Well, so like, Wheel of Time attempted to at least justify that by saying like it being a post-apocalyptic setting, so like they knew about hygiene and shit. It's not actual medieval, but like yeah, but it's for like a lived-in world as well. You know, yeah. Like, and honestly, Andor did a really good job with that. Like everything is grimy and dirty as shit.
And you know, Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon do that because like you can look at a scene and go like, oh yeah, but that's rough.
I do got to appreciate that like House of the Dragons reintroduced like color to Game of Thrones because it was getting a little gray near the ends.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Speaking of
Dragon
HDR.
Lady kind of, burn things.
Yeah, we're going to talk about HDR and the ability to see things on your screen in a little bit.
Oh man. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it. Three's armed, music's good, and let's tap the pause button on that.
Oh man,
I haven't watched Northman. Been meaning to.
I heard it was really good.
Yeah, it's like it's committed the worst crime possible for something for me to watch. I assume it's already going to be good, so I put off watching it because I want to save it for nothing apparently. But all right, that recording is that recording's going. Arm track 5 is always armed, and you know what? It's track 6 now. Come on, man. Get with the program.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Hang on. Oh, that's not going to work because that's on a different computer. Thank you, Barry. Never mind. Wait, hang on. Hang on. I got
it fucks you up too with that shared clipboard. You're like...
you know what? I'm going to do it even better. I'm going to go Imager because that's built into XFC's screenshot thing.
Yeah, it is.
Then I'm going to use Barrier to control copy. Bring it back to Threadbooper. Bam. There we go. Will Way. I apologize for wasting everybody's time.
RGB.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Well played.
I mean, says the guy who's never looked at our Discord logo.
Oh, I've looked at it. I just assumed that, that was like Christmas lights. Like, Christmas lights have the... I need to take the Christmas tree down now. Yeah. I looked at it. It's like, yeah, it was, the
Pedro,
colors of the Christmas tree lights.
Pedro, if you can power through it, you'd be like, if we take it down now, we're just going to have to put it right back up.
No. I'll mention it in passing tomorrow.
The neighbors across the street set up a really, really obnoxious Christmas light display that just blinks white light. I come up in the middle of the night and they're just like a fucking turn signal, but like a giant one. And I'm just, Why? Why are
Dude.
you doing this?
Oh man, I would get out there with like a little portable speaker in your fucking keyboard, man, and be like the fucking Aliens movie. Try to communicate with it.
Signs, yeah.
Or whatever.
Arrival, yeah. Signs. Mel Gibson. Yeah,
You know,
no, that.
With your keyboard and your baseball bat, yeah.
Just start screaming about the Jews, yeah. No.
All right. Let's go ahead and do it. And welcome back to another Linux Gamecast Weekly. The show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. I'm Vin, that's Jordan, and that is Pedro. And together with you, Shadow Realm Dynamic, watching us live on Twitch, helping us for him. You know him. You love him. Bifurcated Kane, 2Kane, Voltron. Gentlemen, we're deep into 2023. It's practically over. Christmas is done. Pedro's about to think about putting up the tree. And
Up his
I was
butt.
thinking of, taking it down, but yeah, I suppose I can put it up again.
put it up again. I mean, come on. I mean, it's like taking a laptop apart, isn't it? Just put it right back together.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Can you like put Christmas lights in the next laptop that you reassemble?
I don't
Make
know.
it like super obnoxious.
If there's enough room inside, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't even plug them in. Just cram Christmas lights in there.
You see, this is the real problem, man. We need to ban the Christmas trees because it's getting kids hooked on the RGBs early.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
OG
where it
RGB.
starts.
Yeah.
It starts as a harmless Christmas fun, and then your entire house is covered in blinking lights, and your electricity bill is through the roof.
So we do
Why,
have
Santa?
CES
Why?
this week, right? CES, and that's the big.
It's
tech
been
thing.
happening,
A
yeah.
lot of people are jumping at a lot of cool stuff, and I saw
The laptop, the foldy one.
I want that. They made the laptop. I would buy the laptop. Like, that doesn't make sense. You wouldn't buy a laptop. You don't like keyboards. Aha! It's just got a laptop on the other side.
Well,
It
I
has
like
two touch screens.
I like
and
the
you can
stand
fold
that
it
is.
out.
I like the stand that is a keyboard with a triangle, and I saw that. I'm like, hold on, they make a laptop with a triangular mount? No, it's the stand. Okay. Like, what kind of CES bullshit is? Oh no, that's
No, to be like slightly back on that same click is I think it might have been Corsair or Aurora's or something. They made a soundbar, AI powered soundbar. This is what, and it's supposed to like directionally change depending on like where you're at in the room.
okay.
And I'm like,
Interesting.
No, it had to have been Corsair because I looked at it. I'm like, it doesn't have RGBs, and I scrolled down and they had a picture of it lit up, and I'm like, okay, never mind. All right, fine. It does have RGBs.
It looks like something out of Close Encounters, right? Like,
it was as ridiculous as I dreamed it would be. So, gentlemen, just to play a little bit of catch up, see what we've been up to. If you were watching Thursday, I finished the Steam Rectangle build. I went back, got the fan, got the cooling back at it, swapped out the SSD with an NVMe. We went ahead and reinstalled Debian. I set up all the audio stuff. We got Steam up and running, 5600G. Nice, smooth. I edited all that down to about a 5-hour video. Took out any like duplicate bits because it was 2 separate streams. So if you want to watch that, that's currently up in the announcements channel in our Discord, and it'll go public probably Friday, something like that. But speaking of things for our patrons, I'm going to try something tomorrow. It's a bad idea.
that's what we do here.
That man it gets me out of bed in the morning, man. I'm like, that's a horrible idea. That's going to end in fire. Oh man, let's get on it.
Backseat editors.
Dude,
Add more star wipes.
You know
more
what?
star wipes.
you know what? I want to stop, and I legitimately, from the bottom of my non-existent cavernous area where my heart should be, I genuinely want to thank both Pedro and Jordan for providing assist on the rectangle build, because like, here's the reason you got to sit with it, because 98% of it's like, yeah, I fucking know, dude. Come on. But it's that one little bit and that other little bit, like, thank you. You just saved me a ton of time.
Yeah,
And both of you did that.
save you a Google search.
Even
Yeah.
Google search are like, oh yeah, by the way, the left angle.
Yeah, there's an
Sciatic
extra cable
cables.
in there. Yeah, they always come with the right angle ones and the straight through. Yeah.
So I seriously thank both of you and everybody else who participated in that. A couple of people even watched it, and that was interesting to build a small form factor. This is the first time I'd ever built a small form factor or anything. And I'm sure they're smaller than that, way smaller than that. I know I've seen those smaller.
I'm still sad there was no blood.
No.
Dude, that case, flimsy as it was, apparently was rounded off enough that there was no blood.
Rounded off. I didn't have to clean any iCore off. No, I didn't want to have to mess with that. Glad I got together. Linux is easy to install. We had it up and running from putting in the thumb drive to get Debian on there to running Steam might have been 20 minutes.
Yeah, installing Linux is super fucking boring.
Right.
Yeah.
It is, even a fiber optic card. Like, how do you do that? You plug it in the hole.
There was a little bit of drama because you can't just plug the thing in. You have to reboot the switch and then...
You have to enable it first.
This switch, for whatever reason, it's probably done it a total of maybe 5 times since I've had this fiber switch. 2 of them were back to back. You'll plug in, and it doesn't matter. I was even using a twin-ax cable, like copper cable instead of a fiber module, just because I was in here and I didn't want to run like fiber just from here to here. And it's like, nah. I was prepared for it the second time. I'm like, all right, fine, power it off, power it back on. But that was fun. That'll be out for everybody else probably Friday, but Sunday, tomorrow. I'm going to try to do because one of the things I do, pretty much everything's kind of packaged now, because I've done this once or twice, and bring everything into DaVinci Resolve and kind of just like, hey, if you want the quick, I want to watch the bootleg version of LGC. I want to see it get made. Going through the timeline, getting everything chopped up with DaVinci Resolve, with just me chilling out in here, and that's going to be a rough thing to get set up. We're going to be doing it on YouTube. I'm going to be streaming in 2160p. Threadbooper is not the system to do it, but I gotta find what the failure points are. So I think I got a way to get the audio from Threadbooper into Jackbox and back out to you guys. That was like my big hang up.
When you say bootleg LGC, like it just my brain immediately jumps to, we need to like sell VHS copies of the podcast and cassette copies of the podcast for like the audio visual.
Okay. Yeah. I live in Athens. I'm around a lot of musicians. So I have conversations about like, you guys what's it cost to get an album put on tape these days? I know these numbers. And I'm like, how much is a single? See, here's what bothers me. Everyone. I was like, yeah, we could put we can get an LP, cassette tape, put an episode of Linux Gamecast Weekly on it.
Can we get a Laserdisc Gamecast?
The problem, Jordan, is people will buy it.
Yes, of course. I mean, obviously, we want people to like spend their money in irresponsible ways, right?
Start at
Patreon.com. Yeah, patreon.com/LinuxGamecast. Store.linuxgamecast.com. Sub to us on Twitch. Yeah.
Thank you. No, because we're not doing cassette tapes, and I couldn't find it. Okay.
Smash that subscribe button, fam.
For when you want your podcasts in a truly hipster-friendly format.
No. We got to do 8-track.
Okay, I'm getting to the fact that that was where I went. It's like this is where my line is for like novelty. I'm like 8-track's novel enough to where like people would just buy that to have it as. I'm like, I'll do it. Couldn't find anybody to do an 8-track.
Boo. Rubbish.
So no time, anything set tomorrow for that. Just kind of keep an eye out in Discord for the announcements. If you see me pop up, it might be like a 20-second stream of like, well, we tried. But hey, we learned stuff. But I want to do stuff like that so people can pop in to see media production being done on Linux and come in with questions and like, hey, how do I do this? How do I do this? Or this? How the sausage is made. That's why I like to do this. It's educational stuff. I know it was like, to say naughty words and do all the other stuff, but there's another side of it too. How about you, Jordan?
No, I just say the naughty words. That's literally the only reason why
you play Borderlands on Thursdays. How did that go?
I did. We played some Borderlands. It went back to playing Borderlands. I gotta say some of these levels are just like very, very extended. They seem very stretched out, but we're chugging along. I was talking about it in the pre Super Show too. The other thing I'm trying to get working is net play for fucking emulators. Because we've been talking about it for a while. So we just want to play some Golden Axe, and we don't want to do it over Steam Remote Play. So
you want to play Golden Axe? I want some Mortal Kombat too.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, trying to get Chimera working under Linux and like, yeah, it's interesting. I haven't really gone too far into it, but I got a server running and I got a client connected to it. That's about as far as I got.
Mm. How about like remote USB? USB over WAN.
USB over 2G. Yeah. See, I don't know about that because what do you call it? The architecture is like you run like you have the server running and then you set up the host to connect to the server and then the client also connects to the server and then it serves out the input or something. That I'm not an expert on this, but yeah.
USB over network.com. Share and access your USB devices over network. I'm just thinking like I'm thinking like a comedy thing to try to play something with remote shared screen.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean,
do the A/B test of remote play versus yeah. What is worth
We're trying to
play
make
or
it
USB
worse.
over IP? Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, and we
I
set up a
know our
live stream. We strap
audience,
you into a
Pedro.
dentist chair.
Suffering is entertainment to them.
I mean,
Fair,
suffering is
yeah, no,
entertainment.
they did watch
period.
us, they paid money to watch us go through trying, so I guess. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, D&D, man. Speaking of things we got to go through eventually at some point.
Right.
Dark Alliance. Yeah, that's dead Alliance.
Dude, I guess it's still going to go. What they're just going to make Baldur's Gate 3. How about you, Pedro? You're back from the dead once again.
I am. I want to thank Mr. Foxdog for covering for me last week. Very, very much appreciated. I was disappointed that he didn't say anything too controversial. So maybe next time.
Well, it helps when you're like, if you say anything I have to manually edit out of the show, I'm coming there. Very easy things, because he didn't want to hug for some reason. I was going to come over and play Sonic the Hedgehog. It would have been great.
But no, thank you very much, Foxy. Very, very much appreciated. No, I actually finished writing the written review for the alpaca. Now I just need to get an hour or two to set up for video recording, so that I can have the video version done too. Yeah, it's spoilers. I like it a lot. It's not perfect, and the very, very prototypey type of construction. It needs improving, but I'm sure they're already looking at improvements, so very much looking forward to those. But yeah, no, as a completely open controller that you can print for yourself, you can get the PCBs done for yourself. That's a very good start.
Does it make you want to buy a 3D printer?
Many things make me want to buy a 3D printer. This is just another one.
I keep fighting this. I don't know.
I just don't have room. The problem is I live in a very, very tiny apartment, and I don't have the room to put a 3D printer in.
But what if you 3D print yourself some storage? Then you can solve the problem.
Yeah.
I don't have access to the fourth dimension, Jordan.
Dude, here's the thing.
Well,
man.
I mean, that sounds like a personal problem.
I love the idea of being able to print everything for the controller. That's awesome.
Yes.
But
you can. Yeah, you genuinely can.
I've spent the better part of 2 years. That would be object number 3 that I could come up with that I 3D print.
The hardest bit to find for it right now is that they're using the Pi Nano Pico as the microcontroller, but there are other projects that also use the brains of the Pi Pico, the RP2040, in other microcontroller boards, and those are slightly easier to find.
I mean, I could swap that. Like, that'd be hot, easily to like swap out with like a 46 laptop one.
Yeah,
if you could get if you could
it's
get
gonna be
an
a very heavy
x86
controller.
laptop in about this form factor, yeah, absolutely.
I got duct tape.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's the TARDIS ATX form factor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yar. All right. Do the thing, Jordan. Do the thing. Say the thing.
Speaking of Tasha Yar, black goop, just like the horse, it's the steam.
Award
Will Smith.
time. Steam Awards is here, presenting your. Get your joke out, or you're not going to stop.
No, I stopped. I'm done.
All right. Steve
It's
Awards presenting. No, told you.
You killed it. It's dead.
That's how it feels, buddy. So Steve Awards presenting your winners for this year, and no one has any contentions with any of the categories, which we have quite a few categories: Game of the Year, VR, Game of the whatever, Labor of Love, Better with Friends, Outstanding Visual Style, Most Innovative Gameplay, Best Games You Suck At, Best Soundtrack, Outstanding Story-Rich Games, Sit Back and Relax, and the Steam Deck one. Because, come on, Val, you might have the best game on the go. You mean, yeah.
Death Stranding, the walking simulator?
The Steam Deck one. Of course, Game of the Year is Elden Ring, which is pretty awesome. You know, it has the advantages of being tough, but hey, at least it's not very fun, so you don't have to worry about that.
But you do get to summon your Orthodox Reform Rabbi Bill Clinton. You know,
right?
And they straight up call you a maidenless tarnished, so the game insults you on top of killing your opinion.
What did we have in contention? Dying Light 2, the Kitty Cat game, God of War, and Call of Duty Bros. Too Spooky for your edition.
Dome Keeper. We all had a little bit of Dome Keeper because for most innovative gameplay, out of all of those games, Dome Keeper was the one we actually all played, and it was pretty good. Like, we all went in like, it's just another crappy tower defense, and we all came around being like, wow, this is actually a really tight gameplay loop.
Yeah, very tight. The mechanics themselves were nothing new, but the way that they all worked together and the way that they were all integrated, it worked really, really well.
It was a fresh mix on tower defense, man.
Yeah. Dome Keeper should have totally won that innovative gameplay award, and as much as I love Norman Reedus' creepy fetus, thank you for that, Jordan. The best on the go should have totally been Vampire Survivors.
Hang on, as I skip around, give me a minute, everyone, and we'll get there. Here we go. What else? It was Vampire Survivors.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
Snap.
Both of the card games make sense because like that's the kind of shit you play on the go, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is
not Death Stranding, not Norman Reedus' post-apocalyptic daycare.
I do gotta say, I didn't take too much of an issue with Outstanding Story Rich. We had Plague Tale, Requiem, Uncharted.
I voted for the Stanley Parable on that one.
Ultra Deluxe, which I mean, in all fairness, then again, Spider-Man Remastered. We'll get to that in a minute. God of War, Boy of Son of Boy or whatever.
Dad of Boy.
Dad of Boy.
I enjoyed it. Man, time is weird because it was like that came out last year. Whoa, okay. Best soundtrack. Final Fantasy and the Elden Ring. Okay, here's the one. That just set me off a little bit. Okay, the Kitty Cat, the 3 hour long, 6 hour long if you're slow.
You can say Strider. Yes.
In innovative gameplay, like there's a lot of stuff you could like give Stray recognition for, but I really don't feel like the gameplay was any like super revolutionary part of it, especially because it's not like actually a cat simulator. It's a pretty guided like linear experience.
Yes,
and it has contextual jump buttons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like I was like, oh, so I get to like jump around this cat and all that. Then I watched some gameplay of it. It was like, oh no, you go to a point, then it gives you another point, then you press a button, it does the jump for you.
Contextual jumping. Fuck.
and it's like the it gives you like a nice little like theme park ride. I want to say like a railroad of like all the little cat stuff you can do. But yeah, it's not in terms of gameplay. Again, like Dome Keeper. Bring it up. It combines a lot of
it did some
very disparate elements into like a very tight package. Like,
I'm also going to throw Neon White, like
the speedrunning one. Yeah.
Not a Linux game, but it did some interesting stuff with the card mechanics and first person shooter / card game. Like what?
First person card based speedrunner is not a thing that you would expect to like work, but lo and behold, right?
Like that's a little bit different. I'm unfamiliar with like Teardown, but yeah, Stray. But hey, this is the people's choice, right? That's how it gets votes. That's why we have nice things. I'm just saying.
Well, you can close your eyes and embrace the darkness.
You can absolutely, and you might actually be able to make things out in the darkness going forward on Linux.
No, I don't think so. I don't believe it.
That remains to be seen. But you may have seen the tweet from Pierre Le Préfet earlier in the week to say that Josh Ashton, Froggy Boy extraordinaire, you may remember he was the person that was behind D9VK originally, now one of the major contributors to DXVK and VKD3D. And he's bringing HDR for real games, and by real games, Pierre-Loup there means
I played a Shrek Mania track like that yesterday. Was that HDR? It looked just like this shit.
Predator vision? Yeah.
That is the heat map to show the light concentration.
Of course it's a heat map. It's got Norman Reedus in it, man.
Yeah. But apparently Norman Reedus real cold. He's giving us the cold treatment. But yeah, it is. Yeah, HDR for Proton will be available for RadV originally, because that's what Josh has. So that's kind of the first thing that they got to work. And yeah, the Norman Reedus, Deep Rock Galactic, Death Stranding, and a few others. I was trying to think of like actual Linux native games that had HDR. Half-Life 2 had a software implementation of HDR, but it can't actually make use of hardware HDR. So yeah, it'll be Proton games mostly.
I think HDR support's kind of neat, because even if you don't realize it, you probably have at least one HDR monitor in your mix. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of like FreeSync. That's everywhere now.
Oh, Pedro, I got the good one for you though, Pedro Mateus. I can have HDR or FreeSync. I have to pick my children.
Your favorite child.
It disables the other if I enable one.
Okay, yeah. No, my TN monitor can do HDR 800 and FreeSync. So
yeah, here's the thing about HDR for me is like Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon kind of soured me on it, because I wanted to be able to watch those TV shows on my HDR screen, on my HDR TV, and I couldn't, because I couldn't see what the fuck was happening because it was so dark. So
and it's going to completely mess up like what we used to do with the CRTs back in the day, especially like playing Doom with the brightness and contrast, because you couldn't see. We bring those back on digital displays. We need brightness and contrast little wheels where you just reach under.
Yes, actual wheels, so we don't have to navigate through the.
Oh man,
that's on the back.
Heads up.
So yeah, you know, I will take the fucking back nipple. The capacitive controls for me are the worst, because like they never register. You're hitting that one little thing like 18 times. Like, come on.
You know what? I think we've just came up with the one legitimate use case for a touchscreen monitor. Have the OSD like right on there, so you don't have to mess with it, and you can use little sliders and stuff.
Yeah, that would be nice.
No, MSI. I didn't say put more RGBs on it. No, quit.
No. Listen. You can have that monitor for $2,400, G-Sync only.
Didn't they just release like a 50-inch, like super duper ultra wide, like laughable? Like, you guys really made that? I'm like, yeah, we did.
You know, that doesn't surprise me.
It is CES, so yeah, they probably announced something like that. Yep.
Right. It's too plausible for me to doubt.
Not as plausible as this, man. Steam event. What kind of event?
Steam vents?
We don't know, man. We don't know. MMO bomb. Speculation abounds. SteamDB. We talk about SteamDB on the show pretty regularly. It's a good way to find out what, not as good as it used to be because they nerfed it a little bit, but it's still a good way to find out what's going on behind the scenes in Steam repos. An addition of, and I quote, Valve event upload config app. This can only be created by Valve. And of course, the internet's going to internet, and speculation abounds on what does it mean? Let's get out the red yarn, the tea leaves, and it's
Pepe Sylvia.
Spin the wheel of Booga Booga for the first time in 2023.
It's obviously Half-Life 3 Orange Box Edition. You know what, Valve? I will love you forever if this is Ricochet 2.
Come on, Ricochet 2. Come on, like VR Ricochet with like maximum
Some people
motion
would
sickness.
Actually be happy with Ricochet 2, Jordan.
I mean, if it was VR, man. Like,
listen.
See, now that he's said that, I'm worried a little bit. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, abracadabra. I have spoken it into existence. No, it's the long-awaited sequel to Codename Gordon. Codename Gordon 2. Gord Harder. There's a Twitter thread for this as well. The XPod, the guy who runs SteamDB, was posting about this, and there were a couple people theorizing. I think the most plausible one is. Someone brought up that it might just be a way for like individual games to do like events they're just adding that in. There might do something with
events that allow users to upload things directly to the store page of the game, which seems to be what this is being used for. Because as Pavel explains there, it can be used either by people in the Valve group or anyone who could make changes to any of the store pages. So, yeah, but whatever it is, it allows people to upload things to store pages.
Yeah, so Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3. See, my knee-jerk reaction was like, well, let's see, what would I be most disinterested in? I'm sorry, my brothers and sisters who are into it, but I was like, probably some CSGO bullshit, like Source 2 or something like that. Then I was like,
upload your own Counter-Strike skins.
Yeah. Oh, man. Or like, even, this is all just still 100% speculation. I was just like treating myself to like, what if Valve released a game? Like, I would buy it. Let me say that's excited if I got like a non-VR version of Alex. Like, that'd be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind that.
It's never going to happen.
What if they released Right Alive 3?
Mm-hmm. Right 5 Alive, yeah.
Yes. Left 5 alive.
Yeah.
You know what? Remember a couple of years ago, we were talking about like they were testing some like 24-man Left 4 Dead servers. Come on, give us that.
Oh, that's what we need. Left 4 Dead Battle Arena.
Yeah,
like the Source 2 version of Left 4 Dead 2, which never came out.
Yes, how about giving us an excuse to just replay the same fuck mothering game again, but prettier? Because we'll do it. We're not bright. Fine. Okay. What else do we have? More speculation-ish type stuff.
Yeah, this is Pavel Expa again. He's posting all the rumors. He's stoking the rumor bill. But more on him from his Twitter. This one's from GameSpot that highlighted it. Apparently, the Valve is working on some peer-to-peer downloading for Steam on local area networks, which. I wish Steam would have just do this in general. If I already have the game installed somewhere, just copy it over. And like, here's the thing: I already do this. It's called SCP or rsync, where I can just like copy games over the network to the Steam folder. Whenever I'm playing a game like on my PC here, and I want to go upstairs and play it on the TV, I just instead of installing it, I just copy the thing over, and Steam will detect the local files. And most of the time, it'll be like, okay, I don't need to re-download this game. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, all the files are here. Time to re-download 69 gigs of shit. But yeah, just having that baked into Steam right off the bat, like they're already like shipping firewall rules and stuff, so like the network side is covered. Just supporting that natively through the client would be really, really nice, and I hope they do it.
My biggest thing when I see something like, yes, you're 100% right, especially with the Steam Deck. If you got something installed in the house, you don't need to be going out. You're just like, boom, just suck that bad boy off right there. Someone clip that. What I do want to say is this, though, ladies and gentlemen. Like, why isn't this a thing already? Why? And the main reason I say that, if you don't know, Steam Cafe has been around for a long, long time, and it does just that for allowing you to have a local repository, local content cache. And yeah, this is
that's how
those
old
are the licenses, the floating licenses as they call them.
So if you're setting up, and it even works for like multi-location. It gives you like stats on, it's for setting up the internet cafe in places where internet cafes still exist, but you can do it with Steam and Steamworks and all that. And oh, by the way, this restricted access page contains Valve. Oops. Oops.
But yeah, no, the local cache content. There are tons of videos showing you how you can actually set one up yourself using Steam CMD, which most people don't even know exists.
I have to imagine, much like yourself, you've seen those videos as I have and went, nah.
Yeah, no, that's way too much fucking work. So yeah, just let people do it out of the box, please, Valve. Yeah, that's a good idea. Just do it.
Hey, wouldn't it be great? Like, especially if you were over at somebody's house with your Steam Deck. Like, hey, you want to play some multiplayer? Like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's like zoop it over.
Yeah.
LAN speeds, even if it is over wireless, it's probably going to be faster than downloading from most people's internet connection.
No, and it's gonna be faster than Valve's servers. Period. Yeah. We've all played the waiting game.
Where are you hosting this game? In Mordor.
But then you wait because you have all this false hope. You're sitting there, you're just like, then you get excited when it like hits like 3 megabits down or 330. I guess that'd be 30 megabits. You're like, oh, come on, you can do it. Then you open it and you're like, you're rooting for the little fucking bar to like get.
Yeah. Watching that little like the heartbeat, like come on.
And of course, the game you don't need right there. It's like, yeah, suit, like well over.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
full
then-
130
yeah.
megabytes per second. There you go. Oh, okay.
That's how.
Yeah, we got some shaders for you. Those are easy. Yeah. No.
So
this 5 megabyte game? Yeah,
now you'll
5
be
hours.
walking around with your Steam Deck like Spirit Bomb, like your Goku, man. Like, come on.
Oh man, yeah.
Then the tears gonna fall.
Give me your energy.
Mommy.
Maybe just a little more blood. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us. Coming up next, we got to talk about wizards and shit. No. Not that kind of wizard, but more mages.
Them's fighting words.
Fighting hurts.
No, they're wizard words.
No, they're battle mages.
You're a battle mage.
You're not getting released until 2024?
Yep. That's how it be. Speaking of Mordor, baby.
Vote.linuxgamecast.com, hosted
Yes.
in Mordor.
Now hosted in Mordor. It is the hottest new Mordor-related voting site on the internet this evening.
Mordor.linuxgamecast.com.
Here, I just wanted to share that with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. That was me at the end of Diablo 3. It's like, why does Diablo have a really sexy ass? This is confusing me.
Why
damn.
does Diablo clap when he walks?
Yeah.
What was that? David didn't sneak up on no damn body with that.
It was
Those
Solid
cheeks are
Snake.
clapping.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about like the Medusa, Greco,
Oh yeah.
internet.
Perseus.
Might have been Perseus. Anyway, vote.linuxgamecast.com. Back nipple, bootleg B, LGC, all right. I like that. Post-apocalyptic daycare.
Suffering is entertainment.
I mean, it's accurate.
Yeah.
Codename Gordon 2, Gord Harder. Devil May Do. All right. I gotta do a bio break because I'm like, about to pop.
Do it. We'll give Suffering as entertainment a vote. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of new memes involving the Lord of the Rings. The other one was the Sam with the potatoes one because there was that
Boil them,
clickbait
mash them,
article.
stick them in my ass.
Yeah.
I think I posted that one.
Yeah, someone posted it on Discord. I don't remember who it was. Probably.
It was me. Yes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in my ass.
It's like, oh, I don't mind the resurgence of Lord of the Rings memes. I don't mind it at all.
Oh, LOTR memes are great, man. Like, and like here's the thing: they've had like 70 years to fucking brain on them too. So there are some good ones.
I used to really like the abridged versions of the movies and those GIFs. It was like a 2-minute long GIF, but they had like all the movies in. It's very funny, very well done. I like that just typing Bang Mirror just shows anime girls. Yeah.
That's been the case for like 6 fucking years, man.
Yeah, but I keep forgetting that that's a thing, and every now and then people was like, "Oh yeah, that's a thing."
Boo. You live this time, Pedro.
"20 23 means I've been watching LGC for over 10 years now." Yeah. It was right around this time in 2013 that episode 23 aired, and some random Portuguese dude was like, "Can I be on the show?" I like the italics on that fun.
I don't think I can go back and watch that.
Admittedly, I've gone back to the sock puppet one every now and then because that's funny.
Yeah.
The one time Nori was convinced to not be as camera shy as she is. Good on her. Oh, come on. Linux Nero hasn't complained that he needs to go to bed ever since he came back from Tanzania. Yeah, that still says undefined. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And just bang mfoxdog just does the emoji.
There's also the one that flips the text upside down. I don't remember what it is though.
Yes.
Nope. All right. That's the command not recognized.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's
Aussie.
The Aussie.
Okay.
Aussie.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, Pedro, play us a song on your guitar.
I can play the guitar for shit.
Play Sentimental by Porcupine Tree. That's an easy song to play.
I don't even know what song that is. And this is Nori's guitar. It is effectively the cheapest guitar that Nori looked at on Amazon and said, yeah, I just want something that I can noodle at every now and then. So, yeah. There you go. Martin Smith.
Wal Martin Smith.
There was a point that I actually wanted to learn how to play guitar, but it never happened at the time, and then I kind of lost interest, so... There you go, Jordan. There's a question for you. Do you use XFCE on your gaming rig?
Not currently, no. That's patently false, Beastwick.
Are you doing an image or image? You're trying to break it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, if you look like Sting, then sure. But you gotta walk around the metal thong. I will kill
Waiting
him!
on the downsides of Jordan Smith.
Yeah. I never implied that there was a downside.
Now, in the winter, that might be a bit much. Is it like a
In the
G-string
winter,
though?
you can't get cold at all. Them pants better
frostbite.
be thick.
Yeah, frostbite on your dangly bits? Nuh-uh, no fun.
Do you think they warmed that before they gave it to him?
I don't know.
Mm.
Sting's like, no, I want it to be cold, like my performance.
I remember they were shooting a music video, and I was watching like behind the scenes on some band, and he was like, yeah, and they were like doing it on a soundstage, and like it was raining on them the entire time. And like but they wanted that for the music video, and they were playing in the rain because it was like super cool or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're like hyperthermic, just jittering, trying to get good takes.
Yeah.
And it's like we're on like take 4 or 5, and we just like we gotta take a break, we gotta warm up. And one of the guys working the systems, like the fake rain thing, he's like, "Oh, do you guys want like heated water?"
You fucking say this now.
Well, it's one of those things where like I forget what the specific scenario was, but I ordered something and I assumed that like a thing would be taken for granted, and it wasn't. And it's like, oh, I guess I needed to select that. I would be mad, but like, to be fair, the guy brought me what I ordered. So like,
I saw a post in that vein with a guy's like, so apparently you have to select tomato paste and cheese as options on the pizza. When you're ordering it online.
Tricky. You would think, you would think that, you know.
Yeah, you get a well done piece of bread with some pepperoni on it.
Amazing. It's like going to McDonald's and ordering. You can like order a burger with no bun, no meat, no lettuce, no tomato. You can like subtract everything and just have them give you like a piece of.
There's an ice cream shop, ice cream shop in New York, where they throw the ice cream at you.
Okay.
And you have to catch it.
It's like a Turkish ice cream place.
With your hands.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't, like, if you got like anger issues, that'd be a good place to like lob frozen
sugary
Linux Nuru got a critical shit. Good job. Unlike Mr. Foxdog, you can make your rolls. How about that?
All right, now my turn to pee. I'll be back.
So we were looking up the country of origin about let's see, do I have that downloaded? This guy.
Ketchup type sauce.
Ketchup type sauce.
It's bagged ketchup.
New image.
Yes. B&B.
Surprisingly not Canadian.
You know, that's the... Yeah, it would be Hunt's otherwise. Hunt's or Heinz.
It's not made out of tomatoes either, I don't believe.
It's ketchup type sauce, right? Like
It's ketchup type sauce.
yeah, it's you know, it's beets.
I think it's like Argentina is the country of origin on that.
Yeah, can't really see any other labels there. Oh,
What, peanut brittle?
I'm so hungry. I didn't eat before doing this.
Is peanut brittle good? Like, would you? I don't know. I felt like they were all deceived when you bite into that shit, and it's not like whatever's normally in the Reese's peanut butter cups. I'm guessing peanut butter.
I mean, peanut brittle is just like crunchy peanut butter. So like hardened peanut butter. It's not bad.
You think you could kill somebody with peanut brittle?
I mean, you can kill anyone with anything with sufficient motivation, right?
Okay, let's say you had a
let's say this was in a panic.
given a choice of like fighting for your life with a shard of peanut brittle or no shard of peanut brittle, would you just like the peanut brittle option?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Can like stab someone or it can.
Would you use it for a quick energy boost or a weapon?
I mean, depends, right? Like it depends on the piece of peanut brittle. If it's like this big, no energy boost. But if it's like an icicle, like that I could like stab someone with, you know, sure, might as well use it as a weapon.
Brittle sickle. It's Dark Souls, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that supposed to be?
That's peanut brittle. That's what it is.
Oh, it's not moving. I assume peanut brittle moves.
Yeah, if you like most things, if you apply an external force.
Oh, what is this bullshit, Jesse?
Yeah.
How much Dayquil do you have to like?
I just take the big piece of peanut brittle and go.
All right.
Uh, this whole like serving size nonsense is for people who are cowards.
I saw something post. It was like some generous pizza, and she was like, "Yo, does anybody else? Does this look doable, or am I just fat?" I mean, it was one of those weird eating challenges.
Any pizza is a personal pizza if you believe in yourself.
Also, shout out to the dude who explained the hair scrunchies.
Okay.
Like, I think I posted on a Mastodon. There was a lady who was like, "Hey, what is the equivalent? What is the male equivalent of, like when you get a guy's hoodie? You steal a guy's hoodie and you got it." And the guy responded, and he's like, "These things, which are the chompers for the hairs."
Like the alligator clips?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the big ones that he's like, "We're simple creatures. We can do an afternoon with this. We can be obsessed with like clipping it on our nose, on our lips. We
Pinchy, I'm an alligator.
put it on our wrists. We're a superhero." I mean, yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Don't leave them laying around. SNL, dude, I don't think I've seen an SNL skit not made after the 90s. I don't say that as like anything other than the last time I went to watch, because, oh man, wow, this is like back in my day. I mean, it looked like a sketch comedy scene. Like now they're shooting it, it looks like movie, because I went to watch like an SNL clip and I'm like, it's too professional.
Yeah, the cameras are too good now.
Yeah, it's like the lighting and everything. I'm like, it looks like a decent sized budget drama TV show, and like, I don't know, man. Let's bring back man, you just can't do a lot of this stuff like Mad TV. Kenny Rogers' Jackass.
Mad TV was really hit and miss for me. Like,
it was not all of it. All of it had ups and downs, man. Like,
and any of like the Stewie shit, I hated Stewie.
Oh right, and
what I can do.
What was that nail lady?
Miss Swan.
Yes.
Yeah, those were annoying as shit. Yeah. But then you get some good ones. Yeah, you get Kenny Rogers' Jackass. You get Shaq in Lord of the Rings. Yeah. You got any of the John Madden segments with Frank Caliendo?
Right.
Yeah, he's really good at just like, their ass has another ass on top of it. He's like doing the John Madden drawing.
That is surprisingly difficult to pull off live, by the way.
Yeah.
I've looked into it. Of course, I've looked into it to start drawing shit on you fuckos.
Right, yeah, like...
I've never seen any of the Key and Peele.
I
take that back. I've seen like the legendary ass clips from that shit. But I never watched it as a series because it wasn't really around to watch TV at the time.
It's the framing is kind of like Chappelle Show, right? Where like they'll have the in between segments and then like they'll just cut to the skits.
Right.
Later on, they had like they dropped the talk like that kind of thing, and it became like there's sort of like a framing story that like introduces all the other skits. But yeah, like. Yeah, the fucking the college football one always cracks me up. There's the fucking stupid names. It's some NES baseball quality names.
Oh man, see, that's why we need to get this working with the NES, that we can have like a 1986 NFL 1v1 me, man. I haven't seen Nope yet. I'm gonna watch Nope.
Yeah, still gotta watch that. It looks good.
I hear it's good, but I haven't seen it yet. No.
I started watching Everything All at Once, but like that was just as we were getting COVID, and like midway through, I'm like, oh god, my face just feels like it's gonna explode. I can't watch this now. I want to pay attention to this, but yeah.
I watched the trailer for Mother, the new Evil Dead movie.
Okay.
Oh.
With Bruce Campbell in it?
Yeah. Again, another one that I know is coming, but I have not seen anything about yet.
Sleeve McDykel. I love this. This is just like the fake American names from NES baseball. They went to the Japanese guys and they're like, come up with some fake American names.
I mean, you could do that. You
Jerome
could say,
Right.
I'm assuming there's like the Bush League equivalent hockey teams, right?
Yeah. Mario McCrillowan?
Dwight Rorschel.
Yeah. Dwigt. No,
Dwigt. Yeah, there's no H. Yeah, Dwigt.
Carl Dandleton. Tom
Somebody
Gonzalez.
Name your kid Dwigt. Just fuck with every educational instructor they ever have to deal with.
Dwigt. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, oh no, the I's silent.
Yeah. Glenalen Mixon. Dean Wesley.
Tony Smurrick.
Jerome Gride. Willie Dustus. So if you ever
ice.
Yeah, if you ever need names for a D&D character, just go to this list. My fighter, Todd Gonzalez.
You mean man, that D&D
Carl
thing's weird.
Pendleton.
Ugh.
Raoul. It's not Charlemagne. It's Chamberlain.
No, Pinter, it's pronounced Peugeot.
It's Peugeot. Not Peugeot.
No, it's not even supposed to. It's not even supposed to be Charlemagne. It's supposed to be Chamberlain. Chamberlain.
Oh right.
Hush, Dugnut.
Whatever, Smurrick.
Bobson, I thought it was Boson. I was like, oh man.
Bobson.
Boson,
Yeah.
Dugnut.
Anatoly Smorin.
That's our science like wrestler, man. Boson, Dugnut. It can be like, oh
Yeah.
fuck yes, dude.
Daryl
Allen
Archideld. Archideld.
Ray McSriff.
Yeah. Oh man, that's you should do that one time, man. Just swap out the fucking LGC credits with this. See if anyone notices. Oh, we gotta thank our death notes. Dwight Rorschel and Tim Stendale.
Jerome Gride.
See, now I'm going to be slipping some shit in there.
Sleeve Mick Deichel fucking kills me.
All right, everyone. Let's do our new segment.
We can shout out our new Patreons.
Right?
Oh yeah, gotta add Basil there.
Oh.
Basil,
Click.
36 hex sub there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the news segment will begin in 3, 2.
The news are coming right up. You know the drill at this point. It's been what, 10 years? Well, for me, it's been 10 years right about today. It was 10 years ago that certain someone kind of started,
Sergeant Pepper taught the band to play.
started popping up on the show. So, how you have put up with me, and I do mean both you, Ven and Jordan,
We would
and
just
everyone
like to
else
take
watching.
a moment to stop and thank Nori.
Yeah, let's take a moment of silence for Nori.
She's been with me for 12 years, so take an extra moment of silence for those extra 2 years.
Listen, what you don't know is behind the scenes, Nori's been coaching both Jordan and myself.
I thought you were going to say behind the scenes, Nori is like operating a flesh marionette that is Petra.
Listen, this entire thing's a joke that's gotten way out of hand, Pedro. You've seen the Far Side comic, right, with a dictator.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, 10 years, that's significant. But yeah, no, Jordan's gonna tell you now how you can fund another 10 years if you be so kind.
Yeah, if
40
you want to be
controllers.
like Yeah, if you want to be like our support us like our fellow supporters Sleeve McDykel and Mike Truck, you can head on over to patreon.com/LinuxGamecast.
I have a joke like right here and I can't get it out. God damn it. It's
Oh
pissed me
no.
off. All right.
Yeah,
Anyway.
patreon.com/LinuxGamecast. Sub to us. You get access to our Discord channel. You can also do that by subbing to us on Twitch, twitch.tv/LinuxGamecast. Speaking of, we gotta thank Basil, man. He's been with us for 36 months. That's 3 years? Yeah, I can math. 3 years.
Yes.
Yeah, what's that in spider legs?
Yeah. Very impressive.
Divide by 8.
I'm on
I
base 8.
I still don't know if it's Basil or Basil, and I will continue to never know. You can also get access to our show notes by subbing to us on Patreon.
Oh man, you can watch this nonsense go down in real time.
Indeed, as it congeals over the course of the week. We got game streams. I do Borderlands on Thursday. Ven does Trackmania Stadium 2 on Tuesdays and Fridays. So if you want RSVP, you got to get in our Discord. We put up the events there. You can...
I do want to say, we do have Rectangle put up for our Trackmania server. That is up 24/7. We do the practice on Tuesdays, 14 new maps. All the information is at filthy.linuxgamecast.com. If you're an old fuck like me, you need to be playing these types of video games to keep your brains and your fingers working, man. Keep it organized. Plus, it's a cool group of people to hang out with. It's always open and inviting. But we have a spectator cam set up now, so all the internet can watch us randomly, and
voyeuristic.
Voyeurism.
You wouldn't think that, but that thing has the auto cam has a crush on Nubbin. It likes his DeLorean.
Ooh,
all right,
interesting.
okay.
Don't know why.
It's a big Back to the Future fan.
He's going to have to get a restraining order on record.
Speaking of restraining orders, if you want to get one for us, go to store.linuxgamecast.com. We sell them. Yeah. Sell legal notarized documents.
I just thought about it. I was like, restraining order. No.
Restraining order.linuxgamecast.com. Go there and file your cease and desist.
Not a legal document. Probably.
Hashtag not a lawyer. Yeah, buy some merch. We got t-shirts, we got stickers, we got hoodies, coffee cups, all that good stuff. If you want to rep the podcast, or just, drink some mayo out of a cup, we got you covered. We got wish zones as well. If you head on over to linuxgamecast.com, put your mouse over the support button. I have one. Jill has one. Pedro has one. Ven has one. So flying mayo.
Hang on, Pedro's, yes. Pedro needs monitor arms, vengeance RAM, and a fan, and some green RAM. Jordan
and
needs,
another one of those SSDs that I showed earlier.
Jordan needs $1,500, please and thank you.
Lots of computer. All right. Look, I can. Whoa. I don't know if I'd get a silicon power like 2 terabyte one.
That wasn't $176 when I added that there. So
okay. All right. Wait, stop. Ooh, come on, man. We need the chicken head. Jordan, one day Jordan's going to complete his head of chickens and other mask. That's out. I need an ice cube because water tea ain't going to have none of this shit. Power adapters, HDMI cables, and of course there's the Epic build. A fun size Epic motherboard. Looking forward to that. But hey, thanks for your support. Keeping us loud, live, independent. And it's been weird being able to do this for a decade without having to deal with we don't have meetings and shit. This is there's
that's not true. That we record the meetings and we put them up for our viewers.
What, the pre-show?
This is the meetings.
If I had to go to work meetings that were super shows, and either I'd love to work there or I'd fucking quit. There would not be any.
There's no in between. Yeah.
No. Oh man, let's get older and more unhinged, possibly more senile.
What?
Huh?
Where am I?
Yeah, looking forward to it.
What was your name again?
Why are you here? Oh man, good news, everybody. Intel Arc Battle Mage early enabling. That sounds naughty. In Q1 2024, Red Gaming Tech has leaked an alleged roadmap featuring Arc Intel GPU. And we get into that Battle Mage nonsense. Some around early enabling. That just sounds like something's up.
We are sending cards. We are sending GPUs to partners.
Dude, I don't
know.
Effectively.
If they take any playbook from what is this current generation Alchemist?
Yes.
Yeah.
That means that they're going to release a laptop in China and 6 laptops in
Taiwan.
Come on. They're going to release Alchemist Plus in Q3 2023.
We can tide that over. They can clock it higher and give us some more RAM.
So, unfortunately, this is going to be boiling down to 2024 for the Mage, and that's
Q2 or at the earliest.
Yeah, early. Well,
To like actually get your hands on a card, yeah, probably.
oh
Q2.
yeah, 100% all date subject. Yeah, you know it's see that's how you know this is actually from Intel because it's got star. Whoa, that got big. Less big. No mid range.
Responsive design.
All right. All dates are subject to change without notice from discussion purposes only. All right, let's just talk some shit. That's what we're doing.
Pretty
Gentlemen,
much.
I got to say, and to everyone out there, what's your feedback? I'd love to hear your thoughts, hints, and allegations on this. 2024 is going to, that's just late. That's late because we're just walking into 2023. We're only a few weeks in. And I'm thinking that this is going to put Intel poor Intel, right? Multi-billion-dollar corporation. It's going to put them into it's going to put their graphics division into another fucky situation like they currently found themselves because, Captain Obvious, allow me to show up here. AMD and NVIDIA will have whatever their current gen lower-ish and, God, man, we don't know what that
$600 4060, $500 4050,
And you know what? If Battle Mage can come out even at the beginning of ish of 2024, that 4060 is $600 or $500 because 600 is like as soon as you start saying $500, it was like, yeah, probably. If they can come out with something in the 300, 350 range that can tango with it, the current 4060, because then NVIDIA, it's going to take them a while to catch up, and you're never going to get current gen matched performance from Intel.
Yeah, they're already a year behind because of supply chain issues, right? Like
they're top of the line. The best Intel can make right now, everything thrown at it is a little bit slower than my 3060, which came out 3 years ago.
A770, it's getting slightly better, even for gaming, because they finally support DirectX 9.
Yeah,
which was never a problem on Linux.
Which apparently they gave up. Intel gave up, and they're just straight up using D9VK now, which is pretty dope.
All right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
They were originally going with their own prop solution, and then they're like,
and somebody walked in there and slapped the dicks out of their mouth and
someone's
stop
already
doing
done the
this
job
bullshit.
For you?
We're all
don't reinvent the wheel,
right?
But yeah, no, there might be a 200 or under 225 watt TDP Battle Mage GPU somewhere in Q2 2024 with a up to 150 watt one in the second half of Q2 2024. So according to this,
subject to change, asterisk, upside down winky face.
2024 though, it might be a little late, but if prices stay the way they are,
and nobody buys shit because
stagnation's here to stay, boys.
No one's already no one's buying stuff, and we're not seeing people rushing to get the new cards anyways. So maybe when that rolls around, Intel might have a competitive offering. However, we are hoping that we are putting our money on Intel competing on price, which is a thing that they just don't really want to do.
They don't want to be the budget option ever. They're Intel.
I would say to disprove all of that, you can see what the 770 launched for at $350. That was.
I don't think they had a choice if they put that up for $800.
Here's the reality of it: no matter what they release, they don't have a choice. And the fact that launched at $350 and stayed there shows that Intel also understands they don't have a choice. So it's not like
the MSRP stayed there, but the actual buy price for the ones that you can find is a bit higher.
Yes, I don't know. That is you don't have go to Newegg and just buy one right now for $350.
Not Newegg UK. They don't have them.
Yeah.
Canada Computers has them. I was like, maybe like $400 for A770 16 gig. Still no.
At best it was a curiosity fuck. That's all it was. And then again, this entire thing, what was the little baby teeny tiny one they made? The
A380.
A380, the Airbus 380.
My buddy got one of those. He was doing
get like a little eye in here because again, I'm going to be, one of the cool things about having more than just 4 fucking PCI Express slots is like that comes out and I'm like, ooh, then we get AV1 ingestion from Twitch and better support in YouTube. There's your encoder card right there, baby. They're going to sell those.
Yeah.
They're going to sell those.
My buddy's doing that for Jellyfin for H.265 and AV1. Yeah. So
if you're a digital hoarder, those things are like super cool too, man. Like convert all your stuff over to AV1 and I mean, we need it. We desperately need it because we're living in the worst timeline right now. Like this is like you were supposed to like get your shit together, NVIDIA and AMD. You were the chosen one, but you just fucked us.
Oh, well, AMD's like, oh wait, so this is what people are charging now? We can do that.
Well, yeah, AMD did the equivalent of like putting some lube on the fist first.
Yeah.
That's as far as they went. No, man, they're still, they lost the fucking watch. Intel, do you think we'll ever get like a legitimate, like, okay, like the dark horse sleeping stuff is the GPU development that's going on in China right now?
Yeah.
They're legitimately like pushing, there's companies pushing forward. Now, granted, where that IP came from that they're developing it with, yeah, not to say no more, but
yeah, I'm not sure how easy that is going to be to acquire on the North American side, and also the driver support, right? Like,
yeah, don't worry about the back doors; it's not there.
Yeah.
I got windows for my back doors, baby. What's a few extra?
Most of China has windows from the back door. Yeah.
Something backdoor shenanigans.
The entire Play service stack from Google. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, we need something. We need something. We need to catch a fucking break, man. We need somebody to see. What we needed was that 770 to come out and have been like a legitimate 3070 competitor for $350. That's what we needed.
Have more hardware partners, not just Acer. For Christ's sake, it's easier for me to get an Acer A770 than it is to get anything else that Intel makes GPU.
I don't know, man. I was joking around in the pre-super shows, and the more I think about it, is I think the perfect card to buy for anyone right now, myself included, is to go ahead and just get the 4090, but make sure you get a water-cooled 4090. Because they make two different versions of a water-cooled 490. That way, at least you'll have like three, like, legal, at least one good legal option, but you can set your house on fire, flood your PC,
the insurance money,
yeah, you're like trip your breakers. Like, what's not to love? What do we think about before we leave on this one? The totally new, cut from whole cloth, 4070 Ti.
Oh, yes.
Was released this week. Or the end of last week, somewhere in there.
Well, I saw the benchmarks
re-release.
a couple of
no,
a couple of the Windows users.
Don't listen to the rumors.
A couple of the Windows YouTubers posted the benchmarks, and seeing something that is priced like a 7900 XT, the XT, not the XTX, and having the XT basically overperform it on everything except the ray tracing stuff, because that's the only thing that NVIDIA has going for it.
Hey man, some people like fucking up their frame rates, baby.
Again, but again, like you have to look at the difference in hardware between those cards. The 7900 has 20 gigs of VRAM.
Yeah.
4070 has 12
for the same price.
Yeah.
Like, fucking really, NVIDIA?
Okay.
Really?
So what we need to do is we got to look at a better apples and wrench comparison, because the 4070 Ti is usually a little bit faster than the previous generation 3090 Ti for only $100 more.
Yeah.
Now how much would you pay? Apparently, see this
not $899 US. Yeah, no.
Like you thought like the 4080, like what is it? What is it? Is it 16 or 20? It's 24 gig.
The 4080 is 16.
16? Okay.
Yeah.
Like
16 and 12 was the two 4080s that they wanted to release, yeah?
You thought nobody was touching that stinker. Like this thing, like here's what you do though. You get a Founders Edition in the box and you pack that up. Let your kids sell it. They're going to make some fucking money because that's going to be a collector's item.
Yeah, get that 4070 Ti. Oh, find one with the box that clearly has a sticker over what used to be 4080, because that's going to be worth more.
You think on the PCB someone took a Sharpie and just like crossed out those little etched in 4080,
like a scalpel, and scraped it off.
No, just a Sharpie, just like a regular black bar.
Dude, you will be able to watch LGR's great grandchild like rub on it and go.
Ooh, NVIDIA's unreleased card.
Right.
Unlaunched, sorry.
Unlaunched. Right. Unlaunched.
I got my made-up words confused.
De-launched.
Gentlemen, shall we take a moment to talk about the controller, nay, the gamepad that goes nix?
Yeah, it does. And if you're thinking it's like, oh, so people announcing controllers on CES, probably someone like Razer, maybe some of the other ones that do the occasional controller every now and then, Rocat. Matt Katz isn't a thing anymore. I think they got bought by someone else. But no. Dell. Alienware, but Dell. They've come up with the Nix gamepad, which nixes the D-pad in favor of a little touchpad with a crosshairs drawn on it. Okay. And it's got...
See, in my head, Gannon Pedro, everything's 100% crooked with this, and you're like, nope, it's the pattern. It's the pattern.
Yeah, no, it's got RGB. It's got a little RGB strip around the bottom.
It's got two fucking scroll wheels.
Yep, it has two scroll wheels, two little bulges that you can use to change the settings in the firmware for the controller, like sensitivity for the touchpad.
Alpaca. Listen. You thought you were revolutionary with the one scroll wheel. Dell just fucking showed up and ate your lunch, buddy. Where's revision 2? I want like 8 scroll wheels.
Are these the scroll wheels right there?
Yeah, those two bulges are the scroll wheels. And yeah, what they do is basically set the lighting and the sensitivity for the little touchpad, but otherwise it looks very much like this kind of really cheap controller that everyone is copying nowadays. Even the RGB lighting on the button seems to be about the same. They only added the one around the bottom here.
Does does the like not analog stick touchpad, does that rotate? It looks like it should rotate.
Oh.
I don't know. The video doesn't show it rotating, so I'm assuming it's just like a touchpad. So yeah, no. Ask Valve how removing the D-pad on the Steam controller went, because that's one of the things that people complained about the Steam controller. The other one was, where's the right analog stick, Valve?
Don't listen to him, Steamy. He doesn't know what he
that's what the touchpad is for. I don't know how people didn't get that part. The D-pad I can understand. Yeah, like what
they
really
have fucking assumed you didn't because they put a cross on it.
They wanted to try and fool people. It's like, no, the D-pad's still there. No, it isn't.
Hey, wait a minute. This
it is kind of. Yes, sort of, kind of, not really. But like, again, for what it is, I actually really like the Steam controller as a controller for like specific games. But,
dude, it's the ultimate HTPC accessory.
Yeah.
Yep.
And honestly, like, again, I still got to say, like, the on-screen keyboard for the Steam controller is probably like the best on-screen keyboard experience I've seen.
Where does this thing have to land price-wise from Dell?
Under $50.
Yeah. Right now, what, it's like $90 Canadian for like a DualSense 5, and that's for like the basic bitch one, not even like the new crazy one that they released.
That's $200 US.
Dude.
Yeah, so
like I was just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Maybe I want to get like the new Xbox controller, the one with like the little fucked up, more circular number pad. They were just out of stock, and this was like 2 weeks ago. Like Amazon's like, they don't exist right now, bro. Like, damn. So yeah, if you can keep this under $50, I'll buy one out of curiosity because hey, welcome to Linux. Well, actually, just welcome to SDL too and Steam input.
Yeah, as long as it sends X input or D input for that matter.
Buttons, right?
Yeah.
The RGB I can disable.
That's what the scroll wheels are for. You could just probably turn it off.
And I'll do an entire episode just fucking with the lights on. That will definitely be a thing. Hey, try something different. I mean, good on them. Like, I want more people to play around with like the haptic touch, smooth nipple aerials. Like, there's got to be something there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but do it the same way that the Steam Deck does. Still have both analogs and D-pad. And then you have the 2 areolas on top of those.
What if we have 3 areolas and motion control?
What if I have like 4 more scroll wheels?
I suppose then you can go fuck yourself? I don't know.
How do you fuck yourself for the scroll wheel, Pedro? Draw me a diagram.
You've got 4 scroll wheels, so you can then roll around on them and go fuck yourself.
Maybe he's just got some to spare, man. Don't be greedy.
I don't know.
You don't need all 4 of those. All right.
Scroll cocky, yeah.
I saw Pedro post a link about this in our super secret Discord, and I was like, and let's see if I can beat him to the show. Nope, it's already in the show notes.
Yeah, no, I posted it on the show suggestions Discord channel just so I wouldn't forget, and then I put it on the show notes. But yeah, it is basically a reimagining of Fallout 2, but in first person. Yes, Fallout 2, the old one.
So it's like Duke Nukem.
Yeah, the graphics are about that year. Yeah, 1998.
You know what? I take that back. This looks like Build Engine, but this looks like Rise of the Triad level graphics, which is a compliment.
Very, very early build. But yeah, no, it is a very, very early access alpha version, not 0.0.4, 24, sorry. And you can play it.
By the way, gotta switch the language setting. It's Polish by default.
Yes. You can play it on the browser. It's
I think it's Godot. Like,
it is Construct.
No? Construct. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like
JS browser.
Honestly, like given how well it runs in the browser, I would have just assumed Godot. But yeah, all right.
Oh, man, this is Fallout
right now.
Stein 3D.
Yeah, it is right now. It's just the a recreation of the intro to Klamath, but it's one of the towns in Fallout 2. There isn't a whole lot there yet, and the combat's very, very iffy. So yeah, it is very much a proof of concept at this point, but I want it. Fallout 2 is my all-time favorite game, and you turn Fallout 2 into a boom shoot. Yeah. No, that very much, please do. Yeah.
Reminds me a little bit of that Castlevania that was implemented in Doom, and you just get like first-person Castlevania.
Yep. Oh yeah, that was kind of fun. Yeah, and like wall chicken.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm always down for like people like taking classic games and like, let's completely reimagine them. Let's take the DNA and see what we can turn it into. And especially now that
like a Chiptunes Fallout Boy soundtrack for it.
Oh, probably.
It's Mark Morgan. They're using the original.
Needs more
probably
emo.
A bad idea, but they're using the original soundtrack made by Mark Morgan.
Okay.
It is. No, on the legal side of things, Bethesda is very, very suey when it comes to their trademarks, but they were okay with OpenMW because it was called OpenMW, not Open Morrowind. They were very specific about that. They were okay with Daggerfall Unity because it wasn't called The Elder Scrolls Daggerfall Unity. It was just Daggerfall Unity.
So if they called this Drop Away the Second, then they're good.
D star the roguelike.
How about this? If you've learned anything from the history of fan-made games, don't announce your shit until it's done. Rule number 1, if you want people to actually play your shit, I know you want to show off what you're working on and all that, but guess what? Now people know about it, and even us, we're talking about it on the Alex Gaming Podcast. B, it's all fun in the games until you try to charge money for anything, donations included. Then they will fucking just smear you. Gone. Disappeared. So, there you go.
Yeah, call it FOPS 2, like Fallout Person 2.
Literally call it Drop Away.
Shooty McPew Pew Flame Person at the end of the YouTube trailer.
Yes.
See, that's dumb enough to actually work, guys. So we'll
sit back you got to turn that into an acronym, right? Like shoot
Shooty McPew Pew Fiery Death Person at end of YouTube. Jeez, man. Well, that's 12 characters.
Listen, it's just Acer named their new monitor after it. It's fine. It's successful.
Mm-hmm.
See, you wouldn't even want to fight me on that. That's probably a character sequence in an Acer monitor, man.
Right? Yeah. I believe it. Well, we got a couple of new games we got to talk, or not new games, but updated games. I guess this is kind of new. Free Call 1.0.0. 20 years this has been in development, and they've been saying 20 years. We did our first public release. They've been marking all of the releases now as like alpha and beta, but they decided at 20 years it's about time to call it a 1.0. And it is not an engine reimplementation. It is a straight up clone of the old Microprose colonization games. This one comes with some like fancy new graphic styles, some AI improvement. I was gonna originally call it like a genocide simulator, but like they do give you the option to be peaceful with the natives, which I guess is nice in a colonization game. But Yeah, I mean, it looks the part. It looks like an old Microprose game from like the mid to late 90s. They said in their kind of mission statement on their about page that once they hit 1.0, that they were going to stop focusing on like trying to recreate the original game and start adding new features. So I wonder if they're going to start doing that now.
I don't know. Can I play as a Kardashian?
No, you. I mean, maybe if you mod it, you can like, you know, it's the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria, and the USS Defiant. Worf is in charge.
Not a habit.
One of those screenshots looked like Beijing. I had an idea.
Yeah, no, it is. It's one of those pre-Caesar or Caesar or whatever you want to call it type of games.
Kaiser
which
salad.
I could never get into.
But all right. So a couple of things though. This thing's backwards compatible though.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1.0. And all your shit's still going to work. You don't have to do any fuckity doodahs. And the escape key, I like this, can now be used to close most panels.
Amazing.
Which
Alt F4 to pay respect.
Which is like the low key way of like, fuck you, John.
Forgot about that.
Oops. Mouse-driven gameplay.
And the AI can now construct docks because that doesn't ever run well, man. Doesn't.
Amazing.
Not even a little bit.
No
that's how you get
boats
Cisco.
allowed.
Cisco's going to show up. You let AI start controlling docks, man. Catacombs GL.
Yeah, Catacombs. It's the open source port of the Catacomb 3D, Catacomb Abyss, Catacomb Armageddon, and Catacomb Alpacalypse. It's done in OpenGL with SDL2. They have a new release up. Yeah, this one comes with Linux support via CMake. And they say they tested it on a Raspberry Pi, which, previously we had a lot of people saying like, hey, we tested this on a VM, so it must work. At least testing it on a Raspberry Pi is like real ass fucking hardware. If it runs on a Raspberry Pi, it's probably going to run on most of your Linux PCs. So that's a fair test, I would say. Also, the border flash color is now magenta in Catacombs 3D. Our long national nightmare is over.
Yeah, if you're wondering what Catacomb is, it is the precursor to Wolfenstein. Yes, it's that old.
Jesus Christ, why are you doing a Make J3? You know you can do
a
make number processor. Huh?
You know that dual core CPU.
It's that AMD tri-core, right?
Do you really just need it to compile on a retro fucking fashion? Is that really wrong?
I mean, if you're on a Raspberry Pi, yeah, J3 makes sense.
That's still low.
Yeah, most of them are quad cores nowadays. But
most. Find me the tri-core. Find me the fucking tri-core Raspberry Pi, Pedro.
No, that's the thing. J3, what that does is it uses 2 cores and the other one just gets queued up for whenever a job ends.
I want it to scream in agony. And J3 is not going to give me that, now is it?
J, all the things.
You need J scream in agony. That's the option.
This is true. So they migrated over to CMake, which is cool. We got that Linux build. It does build on Debian 11. I'm going to give them extra props with putting the binary in the damn build directory after I compiled it, or I didn't have to go hunting for it, which I immediately, out of reflex, just headed over to the source directory and started looking around and like jumping, like going up a level. I'm like, where's this thing the entire time? It's just sitting there in the build directory. I'm like, huh, well done. More people do that. That's handy. Like, give me a copy there so I can see if it runs before I install it without having to go like, where's the binary? This damn thing.
All right. Well, that'll do it. Coming up next, I made this joke a couple weeks ago, but we're not playing Tekken. We're just playing Panda Punch. Don't punch any pandas.
Sexual harassment. No.
Sexual harassment. Panda.
Almost said panda.
You gotta go to the island of misfit mascots. You're not needed anymore, sexual harassment
I
panda.
would pay. Man, you talk about fuck Jurassic Park, bitch. Let me go.
Yeah, no, they also have Dennis Nedry on staff. Stupid long COVID.
Let's take a look over at
getting like
vote.linuxgamecast.com.
one congested nostril.
Well, that's because one of your sinuses is inflamed, Barry.
Yeah.
Crip first. Do I need to refresh that?
Deep into 2023. Yeah, okay. I'm glad I wasn't the only one who noticed that.
Post-apocalyptic daycare. All right, Flesh. Well, we've already... Flesh Buried, that's already been a show title. Unfortunately,
Yep.
System D. Laserdisc, Reedus, Creepy Fetus, Wizards and shit. Totally GNU. Scroll Wheels. All right. All right, I'll give that one a chance. Oh, right, everybody. We're going to punch some autistic raccoons. What is the like? Is it really a panda? Like the little fucky panda? Everyone's like, oh, it's so adorable, like the little tree panda.
The
red
red
pandas?
panda
Yep.
is a weasel.
Yep.
Weasel.
Yeah, it is weasel, skunk, and trash panda.
Well, yeah, they're again. It's where is it? Alarius fugeraris, also known as Lester Panda. Illyridae
Gohan.
is.
No, I'm trying to think of the name of the trash panda.
Nerd. Raccoon?
Raccoon, thank you.
Tanuki?
Tanuki, raccoon, skunk,
So,
weasel.
Yes. Okay. So they're all in the Mycelidiota clade, but
I never watched
yeah.
Lion King.
they but what do you call it? Raccoons and weasels are different species. They're in the same class of species, but they're different.
I mean, isn't that like obvious that
There's there's a possum outside my house. He's so fat.
it
It's
doesn't
so
look
funny.
anything like a panda, dude?
Yep. I mean, I don't know what kind of pandas you're looking at.
I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah, he's a fat little possum. He runs around. It's very cute. He's like, ah, fuck, ah.
I'm immune to rabies, bitch.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
They look like horrible little creatures, but they're super friendly. They're just like, hey, what's up?
It's another good
Yeah,
kind of firewood fix.
Firefox and the red panda. It's like, oh, okay, so you called yourself Firefox and use a red panda as your animal to show.
Shut
things
up.
off. Okay.
You're what's wrong with open source software, Pedro.
I mean, Firefox is a name for a red panda. That's before, yeah.
Thunderbird. Firebird was even better name.
Pontiac.
Fuck him. I mean, I got to use Firebird, man. Then it became Firefox. I'm like,
Ice Weasel.
Pale Moon. That was the one that Debian used to have when they had that little disagreement with the Firefox icon licensing.
Yeah, that
like,
was
no.
Ice Weasel. Wasn't that Ice Weasel?
I think it was Pale Moon.
it was one of those hippie variants. Yeah.
No, it's Firefox ESR, which is the first thing that gets noped for Firefox proper.
Oh shit, son. We go back in time. Mozilla Firebird 0.6. Latest version is available. Do they have the logo for it? Oh, that's looking a bit rough.
Phoenix 0.1. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Mozilla Firebird 0.7. Yeah, that's the one.
That looks better in my head. Imagine them trying to like nerdify, gentrify that, man. Like whatever. Oh, I don't know. Yes, we've all seen Master Chief in his fur hat.
Master Chief and his pet otter.
I just imagine it's like a symbiote, like a facehugger, but they only go after Spartans because they find the the armor of the Spartan Helmet delicious. We still don't have Master Chef on Steam Deck. So.
I think they got it fixed.
Not the multiplayer.
Not the multiplayer.
No, the part that anyone wants. Yeah, that one.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, shit! You go over somebody's house and they're just playing single player. Halo.
Some people really like the Halo campaign. I don't know why. But
Get out of there, man! Run while you can. Like nothing good's gonna happen there.
Oh, good games.
Love Mutants of Castle Heartache. You know what? I'd have to read the first chapter just based on that cover art.
Right. It's a D&D adventure, but like, yeah, they make some good ones. There's also The Corpse That Love Built, where a guy, Dr. Frankenstein's a 30-foot tall monstrosity of a golem of his dead wife that just like comes to life and starts smashing up shit.
I finally found the fantasy series I was listening to years ago, like maybe 2 years ago. It is fucking Hitman. The plot with a kid getting raised by an organization to be like the ultimate killer.
Yep.
And except it's set in a fantasy world.
Okay.
So it's a weird twist. It's kind of lazy writing though. But I mean,
I thought you were going to say that the protagonist was Jessica Alba because that too was a TV show.
Okay.
Dark Angel, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we've already talked about Warrior Nun getting axed, didn't we?
Yeah, because, Netflix is allergic to quality.
Mm-hmm.
Too many former Valve employees work at Netflix. They've inherited the number 3.
Yeah, no, can't make it to season 3.
Ooh, how much money do you think Valve wants? What type of fucking dump truck has to pull up filled with like gold-plated Lamborghinis for Valve to option the rights, the TV rights to Half-Life?
I think they would probably want some degree of control over it.
Yeah.
Is there anybody there though that would?
I mean, you know what? I think like if someone like came to them with like a good script or like a good outline, like maybe you could convince them to make a bid, but like Valve isn't like Sony, right? Like they seem very focused on whatever it is that they're currently doing.
Yeah, well, that's what I like, and like that's follow my own heart. Stick with what you know, stick with what you're passionate about, and do that. Don't chase shit. I guess like one of the dangers of like Valve though, like any type of like optioning right, like the punishment would be, even if you're Netflix, Valve's like, you fuck this up, we'll buy you.
Yeah.
And now you're a private company, a part of the Valve family. Goodbye.
Honestly, I think a Valve buyout isn't necessarily the worst thing, because like you kind of just keep working on it until you get sick of it and then you leave, and Valve is like, well, those are the people working on it, so I guess that's dead.
Yeah. As far as, massive AAA publishers go, Valve is probably the least criminal one that we know of.
And I can appreciate like a company that says like, you know what, we've been developing this thing for 5 years, it's just not working. So instead of trying to like shit out a half-finished product.
On one side, yes, they get to do that. On the other side, just to be fair to everyone, Valve could also be up to as equally shady ass shit internally.
Yep.
We'll never know because they don't have to do any type of public filings. There's no tea leaves. So
private company. And they really wanted to resist that subpoena that Apple sent them for the trial with Epic.
Dude, they picked a fight with Australia. Like, the fuck's Australia ever done to anyone, man? Like,
well, it's because of Australia that we have refunds on Steam, so go Australia.
Then again, like one of the advantages of being the private company, like, fuck it, we already did for one of them. That's just... Which, you know what? Now, I think that's recent enough for everybody, but if you just recently got into PC gaming in the last, 5 years, easy refunds for digital purchases for video games? Like, that shit just didn't exist, son. You were stuck with that. You spent some extra time before pulling the trigger on that, man, because you weren't getting your money back.
Well, the counter to that was like, well, Steam sales, right? Like, yes, I can't refund this game, but like, I also didn't pay full price for it. I paid like.
That's something we need to bring up during the next Steam sale, because that's a very good point. Of like, and one of the things that's taken some of the punch out of the Steam sales. Of like, yeah, like you don't have that fear. Like, well, if you make a bad purchasing decision, you're like, yeah, here, I didn't.
I played the game, didn't like it. Refund. There.
Yeah. And it, you know, I mean, that sucks for like developers and all that, and but Valve will punish you. You know, it's not, you know, free rental. You know, of course, like the first week, those posts showed up on our Steam. They're like, they disabled my ability to do refunds. Like, how many did you do? 30?
Multiple a day.
Today?
In the past 5 minutes?
Yeah, and Valve will disable your entire Steam account if you do a chargeback and they don't like it.
Valve will disable your Steam account if you try to disclose vulnerabilities you find with their software. So,
again,
Tomas Duda, the developer of
do basically whatever the hell they want with impunity. Swings both ways sometimes. I had to fight Valve to create the Linux Steamcast account for Rectangle, because it was not letting me use the QR code thing, and it wasn't letting me use the CAPTCHA. I would enter it. It was like, no, that's expired. Then I had to go to the website. You know what I did? I just walked the fuck away and came back like 30 minutes later, and I used there's a link you can do it through a web browser, and it finally worked. I'm like, jeez. Trying to give you money, Valve.
no, drive-through only. You need a car.
Okay. Define car.
Them's the rules.
See, that,
arbitrary as they may seem.
That's why you need to have an adult-sized tricycle and a full jigsaw get up at Steve's house.
Yeah. Would you like to play a game?
Right, so you can come back. It's like,
would you like to play a game?
Do they let you cycle through drive-throughs? Is that a thing?
I think someone tried it, and no, you can't. They don't serve you.
What if you're carrying a car door?
I think someone was. There were 4 guys carrying an entire body of a car, like the outside shell.
And
they still wouldn't serve them.
Okay, you just carry a dead body. Be like, hey, if you don't give me my tacos, this could be you.
What if you had all the parts of the car? It was just assembled incorrectly.
I mean, if you could fake it well enough to seem that the car was driving, yes.
I mean, what if I had like a fucking Autobot fucking walk by?
What if you show up in like a Flintstones mobile and you're just like running?
Yeah. As long as they can't see your feet on the cameras, then they'd probably call that into question.
Where are they at with ATVs?
Where are they at with AT-ATs?
Horses.
There you go, the cycle car, yeah.
Checkmate, atheist.
Yeah, where's your god now?
That looks like too much bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Don't get on the road in one of those, okay?
Alternatively,
I've seen those
get on the
like
road
touristy
those, stream it
places.
to Twitch.
Touristy places where cars aren't allowed, they have them.
Something I want to do is, I don't want to look back into it. I've always wanted to get into like street lugeing, and I don't even think that's a thing anymore. It was a thing for like 20 seconds in the 90s. They had competitions and stuff, and I was like, fuck yes, let's go barreling down a hill. Driving a tractor. Like, you know, there's like repercussions for not filling that order, right? Potential is.
I have a tractor. I can just back up the wrong way.
Right. And if you're in the vicinity of where that tractor would be able to reach, you know, reasonable, like, you know these people. Like, yeah, you went to school with them. You're going to hook them up. You're not going to be like that. All right, LW, let's let's go to chairs. Hey, that's the 1, 2, 3. We're gonna start with Pedro, Jordan, and me. If that
Reverse
is cool.
order? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Tap that pause button. Let's pull that one little fine hair that we can't see, but oh no. I assume it's hair. I feels it.
You just like completely unravel because it turns out that it's like a Stitch doll.
It's like fucking 50-50 if it's even a real hair, man. With so much the nerve damage in this hand, dude. Which is not as cool as the one that's in my left leg on the same side. Is it constantly feels like, especially when I lay down, that something's crawling on me. Yeah, you get used to it after a few.
You always
decades,
have the tingling sensation. Yeah.
You get tired of slapping yourself, is what you do. So
Mhm.
you just roll with it. Like, fuck it, whatever, it'll get me. R.I.P. leg. All right. I saw somebody says they need to make a pill that gives you the sensation of needing to reach something from outside of your warm cover cozy bed. That would cause you not to be able to get cozy again.
Just okay, fine. I'll get up.
We're like, yeah, it's that shitty like, fuck, I'm awake now. God damn it. She's like, can I go back to sleep? No.
No.
Damn it.
Well, like when you get like that perfect like temperature and like your entire heat's regulated because your hand's frozen like a block of ice because you're browsing fucking YouTube. But it works in its own strange way. You don't want anything fucking with that, man.
The worst is when you like get your position all right. You get like all the pillows and shit all situated. You're in
you
like
get the air inlet hole lined up just
yeah,
right.
yeah. You have like the dent in the mattress or the couch or whatever is just like perfect. You're like perfectly aligned, and then you have to move to scratch something, and then you lose that position, and you're like,
Yep.
no, I was so comfortable, and now I can't find it again.
Every day is a struggle.
Yeah,
Shit, you thought you had first world problems?
yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah.
What's this LGC? We got real problems.
Yeah.
Real first world problems.
Life is so fucking hard, you guys.
Every day's a struggle, man. We're out here fighting.
The snuggle is real, man.
The snuggle's real. Oh, damn it.
Yep.
Somebody write that down. That's going to be a t-shirt.
The snuggle is real.
All right. So, yeah, we're going to run Pedro, Jordan, then me. I'll close it out.
Okie dokie.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's do a chair position in 3, 2.
And we're back. We're here with the chair acquisition, where we take a game and then we install it on our computers that are running Linux on different hardware, and then we give you our opinion based on lawn chairs. It's this new revolutionary thing that we do every week. This week we're taking a look at Panda Punch by Ninja Rabbit Studios, built on, I don't know, maybe Construct? I don't know, something NWJS according to what Pedro wrote down. You can pick it up for about $5 US. What is it? Panda Punch is a puzzle platformer game in which you have to control a red panda and save the world from evil alien robots. We got to thank the publisher Rata Laika Games for sending us some keys. I guess let's get into it. Pedro, did you punch a panda? How did it feel?
No. Strangely enough, it actually made me not want to punch with the pen very, very quickly. But we'll get to that. There's no Linux executable. That's like, the big no right off the bat. For a game that claims to be a Linux game, there's no Linux executable when you download it. You need Proton to run it. And there was no reply. I actually sent an email back to the publisher since they sent us keys. It's like, hey, that there's no Linux executables on this. They didn't reply. I checked on SteamDB for the files on the depot, and yeah, no, there's just the one depot, and there only seem to be Windows executables. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. But the other thing that I noticed while I was looking at that is the actual release date for this game was December 16th, but the last update to the depots was more than a month prior on November 3rd. So it's like, oh, that that says something. But yeah, no, when you do get it to work with Proton, it does hold 144 at 2560 by 1440. It better. Look at it. There's no actual options to speak of outside of the audio sliders and the language select. It seems to only have achievements for the first section of the game map, which also seems to confirm my theory, but we'll get to that. Controller works, but I was only getting keyboard button prompts, and there's no controls listing and no option to change them. So right off the bat, there's already negative chairs on the board. Is it fun though? No, it is not. Imagine if you were to combine literally every platformer that you've ever played, and you only keep all of the overlapping mechanics. All of the interesting one-offs, gone. All of the slight twists on the genre to try and set it apart. In the sea of cheaply made platformer, the likes of which 3 came out on Steam already, since I started reading this bit. Yeah, nowhere to be found. To say that this game, Panda Punch, is the literal definition of a generic box-centered platforming game would be doing a disservice to standards and generic stagnant bodies of water. Personally, I can't find a singular redeeming quality here. And the more I look into it, the more I played it, the more it screams unfinished. It's like they released the game and it was not finished. One chair.
Yeah, so on Fedora 37 64-bit with the R9 3900X and the GTX 1080 Ti, it launches out of the box on Proton 705. Proton Experimental, no worky, it seems. Also, I keep seeing this, the busted turrets. They look like little Ahagao faces.
They got tongues, Jordan.
Yeah,
tongues.
I can't unsee it. It's
you
just
want
like
to get sweet kisses.
yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you gotta launch this in Proton. So you know, the thing about this being a whole Linux gaming podcast is the whole playing the Linux version of the game is the point of the exercise here. Like, if it was your plan to just have support via Proton, just say that up front. We wouldn't have reviewed your game, and you wouldn't have gotten banned for it, and we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. I guess no press is bad press, I guess. No graphics options, no windowed mode, but at least it runs in game scope perfectly fine. Although it takes a while to fucking kill. Don't Alt F4 this game. It does not like that a lot if you're running it in game scope. Otherwise, you'll end up playing it for another 5 hours, apparently. No graphics options. There you get the keyboard prompts, as Pedro mentioned. The soundtrack is, pretty retro, and the graphics get the point across. But fun-wise, it's meh, right? Like, it's not particularly challenging. All of the levels involve punching bad guys, moving boxes, switches, punching switches, and so on. And the levels are pretty straightforward. The routes are just convoluted jumbles of the previously mentioned elements. You can upgrade your health and your punch, but that basically requires scraping all the levels for all of the various coins, cards, and PPs thingies. I mean, it's not awful, but it's not certainly gripping gameplay. It reminds me of kind of like the myriad of bootleg platformers that populated the memory on all those Famiclone combo carts that came with like 500 games that you got at a flea market that you could maybe run in your NES. And like, really, the issue here is like the competition. This is basically hipster pixel Princess Ruby, except even that game varied things up. You had like the Donkey Kong segments, you had the Sonic the Hedgehog segments. Here, the levels just get longer and longer, and so do those elevator wait times, because you gotta wait for that platform to come all the way back down if you fuck up a jump, and it takes a goddamn minute. Yeah, it's just not very entertaining. It's very, very... It's a functional game, and that's all I can really say about it if you're gonna play it on Windows. One share.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, over here on Debian Testing on the Bookworm, there's an ancient Vorlon saying for games like this, roughly translated, it goes as so: the lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch to fucking release something with Linux support and not include binders. I thought we were over this. 2023. This is some bullshit. That's all this is. They're just not there. No one fucking cares. Pedro tries to get somebody on the phone. Like, nope, not even picking that up. Whatever. Kind of botched step one out of the gate. You did, Brad. You did. You advertise that on your Steam page. You don't deliver that. That's just insta one share. And let's go through the motions. We got to. It does launch with Proton 7. Pedro and Jordan have pointed that out. And you do have options, though, volume and sound. But that's it. You've completely exhausted your options list after that. Now, controller support. It does exist, but kind of courtesy of the Steam's keyboard mapping functions. I use the Xbox One S controller. long as you don't mind keyboard button prompts, and if you want to figure out those moon glows, you're welcome to. It's simple enough to where it's not really an issue. But yeah, hipster pixel game. It's a 3060 I have in the box, the Threadripper 1920X, and yeah, guess what? It was able to manage 2160p, 60 FPS. No complaints. But about the game proper, let's stick with the nice things. Let's try to say some nice things about Panda Punch. Pixel art looks nice for what it is. Nothing amazing, but it's not like full of like pre-bought assets and programmer art. Good on that. Soundtrack, it's like SNES era, albeit like SNES era soundtracks on like a morphine drip, but it is there. It is there. Level design, serviceable. I'll say that it works. Health drops logically split, set out to where like that was cheap. You just, oh good, there's a health thing over there. Reasonably well done. You can't speed up the dialogue boxes. I don't know why this pissed me off so much at the beginning, but they figured this out a long time ago with we're going to like just sprinkle out the text letters. And like, oh, I can't fast forward this. No, you're going to sit through all this one. Some people can read faster than the speed of smell. That was agonizing to sit through, and it's got them bugs, kids. It does. I got 20 minutes in this game, and you have like the checkpoints halfway through the levels. It saved and it respawned me right after I dropped a box on some spikes that made the box completely inaccessible. So, in its infinite wisdom, I'm right back, at halfway through the level, and I get back there. The box is still sitting there in this fucking hole, filled with spikes, completely inaccessible. Can't do anything with it. Noped out right then. And you know what? I did a little bit of research. This is the second game from Ninja Rabbit Studios. The first one being Micetopia in 2022, and like Panda Punch, I mean, it looks nice, but 11 of the 13 reviews for that game, you guessed it, negative. And I dare say you could swap those reviews out for Panda Punch, and you would maintain an accuracy rating of about 98%. So, yeah, at the end of the day, even if Panda Punch was a good game, it's not, I would tell you to avoid anyone, no matter who they are, selling a Windows-only title and supporting SteamOS plus Linux. Be it by accident, be it by negligence, whatever it is, that's somebody you don't want to do business with at all. And keep keep an eye out. Take a look and be like, I remember you, I don't want to mess with you. Why? Because of bullshit like this. So I know where I'm going with this. Surprise. No, I'm not, just one chair. Gentlemen.
Yeah, I think we kind of talked it to death. There's really not much else, is there?
We don't even, I was worried that we would see a lot of this. Like I really was when when the Steam Deck was announced. I'm like, we're going to see a lot of people not getting the rules, but Valve came out through the development channels, was very, very crystal clear about like, don't say you have Linux support unless you have Linux binaries, because we need to know to make sure it's going to work with Proton and how we're going to clear it to make sure that it works with Proton, for different reasons than this, but there's no fucking accident here. It's somebody being a lazy bitch. Taking money from people. Well, 3 user reviews.
Plus this one on the curator page.
Right.
Yeah. And you see like the achievements list, like I mentioned, only the first quarter of the game actually has achievements listed for it. The depot is clearly showing Windows only, but they somehow listed it as Linux, probably because Linux was planned, but it never happened. So it screams unfinished.
How dare you say that? I mean, you're just okay. Here, I want everybody to take a look at here. Let's boop boop boop. Look familiar?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Honestly,
clearly the same artist. Yes. The person who drew the things was the same one.
At least this is like a Metroidvania type thing, and like honestly,
that one, Panda Punch, to be fair, is also a Metroidvania, because after you kill a boss, you unlock new abilities, and you can go through the levels to attain certain secrets you can reach before. It is.
Yeah. Well, this one's got a mouse in it, Pedro.
I mean, yeah.
This one gives you keyboard prompts.
And a frog.
It can be a Metroidvania. It doesn't have to be a good Metroidvania, right?
Negative.
It isn't.
Yeah, so
that's the thing, that they're not.
Worst default joypad. Like, again, this is like, you could just do Control F, and find and replace all, and you would pretty much have banned a bunch. All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's punch it, Chewy. Coming up next, Moo.
Would you ever own a goat?
Yeah, I'd have a goat. And keep it away from my clothes. They'd eat it.
They have those really teeny tiny goats. Those probably would be okay. It's like a big dog.
Well, listen, after several hours of Goat Simulator, I think I know everything I need to about goat ownership and husbandry.
I'm just saying, man, like, you're only going to be able to get like 3, maybe 4 of those little goats before they realize you're not getting them as pets. They're not dumb, Pedro.
You got to go to like Bulk Barn and buy get the scoop of goats.
Goats by the pound, yeah.
Goats by the scoop.
It'll keep me fed for like a few months.
They're microwavable.
You don't kill and eat the goat. You use it for the milk. You eat goat cheese and feta and goat milk.
Goat cheese is not bad. I like goat cheese.
I've had a vial of frozen goat semen waved in from front of my face with a long explanation of like how awesome this fucking goat was, man. It was like a #1 top goat. So with my friend, and that's her mom, man. Like they have like a whole like side business, side hustle, like goat jizz that they trade back and forth, man. Like,
okay,
this shit went deep, and I'm like, fuck, I'm never gonna be around. All right, hit me with it. And I didn't know all that about goats, man. Like, now I do. If it's got horns and hooves, it's dumb as shit anyway. So. Pedro, what would you do if you had hooves? Would you get horseshoes?
Clap them a lot.
Oh, no. I'm talking about like, on your feet, man. Like, would you get like the Nike Air suspension horseshoes?
I guess, yeah, like proper hooved feet. Yeah, I at least once I'd get the proper horseshoe treatment with like the red hot rivets, just ding ding ding, just to know what that feels like.
All right. Until the first time you bust your ass on some pavement. Yeah.
And go around just clinking the shit whenever I take a steps, like ding 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 ding.
Somebody pull me behind a car. Why? Watch. Sparks. There's no such thing as the right. I just had to save a goat, man. I was at that part in The Witcher 3 earlier this week. Where you fucking have to walk around in the forest as the Witcher and ring a fuck bothering bell for like 30 minutes to get the goat.
Give up the goat?
Then it's a reverse escort mission with a goat.
Mm-hmm.
Where you have to protect the goat. But it won't follow you unless you ring the bell every few minutes. Then the bear shows. But we got the Peter back his goat, and I think I'm done with The Witcher 3. Like, because then I had to fight something after that. Like, fuck the combat in this game.
Did you have to fight the goat?
It would let me throw the goat.
You have to escort the goat and like protect the goat, and then like
literally grab the goat,
area.
just put it on his shoulder, and
I couldn't just escort the goat. I'd go meet the goat's parents first, man. Like, make sure I get to go home in time.
See, like that's what you got to do. You got to like do the escort mission, but like at the very end of the escort mission, you have to fight the thing you were escorting as a boss. Be like, haha, fuck you! You thought this was over. All that effort, and you have to be the one to kill him. It's man. Like, couldn't I have just like pushed let that other guy kill you? No, you.
It's you. It's got to be you, man. It's got to be you.
And now he has like 8 fucking health bars and like 3,000 damage around.
And the reward for killing him is like, I don't know, soup ladle.
No, the reward is the next part of the game, because this is like the main story event. So if you don't want to do the fucking escort quest where you then have to do the super hard boss fight, that's it. You're done playing the game. No more.
That would be a proper dick move, mechanically speaking.
Yeah, FromSoft, hire me as a game designer. I have all sorts of great ideas to make your players miserable.
Talking about like game design, I get a hard mode challenge for anybody who wants to play this. I've kind of gotten into like listening to, or I listen to them. I don't really have time to sit and watch them, but like game retrospectives, like a short retrospective of Skyrim, 7 hours. Shit like that.
Oh, didn't you see the quick analysis of Skyrim? That was 20 hours.
I
The first part is 9 hours. The second is 11.
I found the abridged one. It was only like 7. But then I did that, and I'm always curious of like, I listened to the like one that was like 5 hours on just fucking Dark Souls, because I know you like fucking Dark Souls, and I'm like, I don't get this shit, so help me. And that led to like the algorithm's like, oh shit, he's watched 2 semi-related things in a row. Oh, guess what? You're getting all the rest of the fucking month. I'm like, yeah, I did this to myself. I understand. So I've been watching more retrospectives about different games. I got this challenge for myself. How many, or if you can get a full hour into a retrospective of a game before the guy doing it starts dropping his game design pro tips of how he would have did it better and what they should have done. And this is how it should have worked, so it would have made sense. Like, this is the new game I play, because that shows up in every one at some point. It's just a ticking time bomb. And I'm like, man, that's real easy to say 11 years after a game's release, isn't it? When you have to sit in time like,
hindsight 2020.
Yeah, hindsight's great. Yeah.
The guy that did the 20-hour one, he also did I think it was a 3-hour Morrowind quick analysis. And Patrician TV, that's his name. He did the suggestion of how it could work better, but he only did it for 2 of the factions, because he actually went through all of the factions and like a general outline of the quests. And he brought up, okay, this person worked on these quests, this person worked on these quests, and then he got to the quests developed by Todd Howard, and it's like, okay, Todd, here's a tip. Instead of over-explaining and treating the player like a 2-year-old baby, how about you just present the quests, tell the story you want to tell, but let people figure it out on their own.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Well, I mean, Pedro, it clearly hurt the game's sales.
Morrowind wasn't all that popular back then. It wasn't until Oblivion that the Elder Scrolls became massive.
That's because they nerfed it down for dummies.
Yes.
I remember Morrowind getting quite a lot of press, but like gaming press back then was different than it is now. So
yeah, it got a lot of press, but if you look at actual sales numbers, Morrowind didn't sell very well. The Xbox version was the best-selling one because it was like the first of that kind of style of game on the original Xbox. Todd Howard.
Sold 4 million copies.
Yes. Now look up Oblivion.
I didn't compare it to anything else. I mean, sell well. 4 million copies, motherfucker.
Yes. For Bethesda.
All right, Strider, you got any more fucking variables we're going to stack on this?
it's like, no, you got to compare it to Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah. You know,
What
doesn't compare to
said-
Skyrim sales numbers because, they keep releasing Skyrim, so those numbers keep increasing.
What I said was that as far as Elder Scrolls games go, Morrowind didn't sell particularly well.
How many
It
Elder
wasn't
Scrolls
until
games
Oblivion
is there after?
that it became massive.
Elder Scrolls 3? Morrowind?
Yeah.
That's what I saw. Sold 4 million copies. That seems like a lot to me. I don't know.
4 million copies for 2005 is pretty good. But
I mean, it sold more than Fallout 76.
I mean,
outsold Elder
kind of
Scrolls
had that one
Blades.
coming. So
There's 7 more rows. All right, hang on, let's see. Highest games. Sherman and Harsh.
9.5 over double the amount.
What about Fallout Shelter? 170 million, huh?
Yeah. It's a mobile game. Yeah.
Well, I mean, all gaming is a rounding error compared to mobile gaming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blades? The fuck's that?
That was the mobile one, wasn't it?
That was the OG mobile one, yes, from the Java
Oh man,
Symbian games.
play it on your
back-
BlackBerry. Fallout 3, Fallout 4. Man, those are a lot closer than I would have thought.
Yeah.
12. 18. That's a lot less than I was thinking.
Yeah, ESO is still going though. Like,
Yes, ESO has a very healthy user
Yeah.
base because it's one of those MMOs that you buy to get in and you can keep playing. It has
It's-
microtransactions, but most of it is just for
guys,
crafting.
you gotta come in the room, dude. Look how real this shit looks now. Holy fuck, dude! It's like we're in winter.
Arena.
This one I remember. My flatmate. This
You
is
can
one
play it
with
in
a
Unity
horse.
now.
Because he was like, come here, look at this. Like, I got a horse, and I drive around on it. I'm like, okay. Blades. You know what? That looks a lot better than I was expecting it to look, to be honest.
Yeah, you can run it on an iPhone.
No one cares about Fallout.
I played through that on stream with OpenMW.
That's Morrowind, yeah.
Yep.
Oblivion.
But see, now you got to do it again with the OpenMW multiplayer mod, but like with me and Ven griefing you. Try and like get through all of Morrowind's.
Oh, dude, can we? Yeah, like, can we just? Yes.
Right? Yeah.
You know, I honestly think I would rather carry you both through like Elden Ring
No.
than actually through Morrowind.
We're gonna mod dragons and Jordan are dragons now.
Yeah. We're Macho Man Randy Savage dragons. Thank you very much.
You have no shouts. We're gonna be like the Red Scorpion and fucking Serious Sam, man.
Yeah.
Wherever you go.
Mike Delier actually claims that there are invisible dragons above the clouds. But he's called Mike Delier, so
Yeah. I mean, no, there's a teapot in between Neptune and Uranus that's in perfect stable orbit, but you can't see it. It's completely invisible to all forms of detection, but it is there.
Yes. Right next to the tiger repellent.
Right next to Gully, what's his space from The Star's My Destination?
Okay.
Yeah. Steve gets that joke. I made that specifically for him.
And you just see it.
Sleeve. Good old sleeve.
You just send it out of Steve Whistle, see if he's paying attention.
Yep.
well, Jill isn't listening on the live channel, so she doesn't immediately go, Steve, they're talking about you.
And you can hear it from the other room too. It's funny. Like, yeah, the fucking curtain is pulled back now. It's so weird. It was like, they still didn't let me in their bomb shelter though. Sad.
That's because
Hey,
you were
they have
waiting
to
for
keep some
permission,
secrets.
right?
That's where all the skeletons are. That's where all of Jill's victims are.
Dude, what if it just is like some Zodiac Barbie type shit up in there?
Right.
Like, ha. Well, you know what? God,
No, you just open it up and there's just like an actual Barbie and Ken there. They've just been locked in there by
Life-size
Steve.
Barbie and Ken.
No,
like
like
Frankenstein together.
no, like two 70-year-old people named Barbie and Ken who Mattel has like owned for the past
dude,
however many
it's
years.
the human Metallipede.
Oh no, human Barbipede.
Oh, that's where Steve keeps the prototypes of the stuff that never got out.
Father,
He keeps them
why
there.
don't you love me?
Why was I programmed to feel pain? Oh man.
All right, we got two quick little bits of wait, I thought we had two. Don't we have two?
Yeah, we got two.
Yes.
Second one. I squirreled apparently when I was loading those.
Weren't you the one who put those there?
Yeah, but I'm talking about like loading them in the browser.
Listen, sometimes sometimes you just dissociate and you're just like, wait, hold on, what? Who did all this shit?
Well, it's not. Sometimes your brain fucked right off, and you're like,
Yeah.
What was I up like? And you come back to it later and like, oh right, damn. I better finish that.
Yeah. I too leave sandwiches out.
I mean,
it's scarier when you work the night shift and you drive home, and then instead of going to sleep, you sit at the computer and then you go, when did I get home?
it's habit, man.
It's like, that's a bit scary. I just drove like 20 miles. Huh?
Yeah, just redirect to dev null. Your brain. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Your brain didn't feel the need to store that information. It's just like, no, I've done this already. That's why human memory isn't reliable. It's just like, no, you've done this. Are you sure? Yeah, you did this already.
Yeah, we're cool.
Are you sure?
Trust me, bro. Just trust me. Trust me.
Yeah, just trust me on this. I would never steer you wrong. I don't know, brain. That's historically been incredibly false. Trust me, guy. It's fine. In my internal monologue is just Saddam Hussein from South Park.
Yeah, pretty much. I was
Take
going
it
back
easy,
over
guy.
recently, like the notes, and they're like, so it doesn't show us that we've changed it, so it doesn't show us actual penis,
Yeah.
and it's pixelated. And I'm like, of course, Trey and Matt, you've made it 10 times worse. I love you.
Yeah.
All right.
No recall or intervention can work in this place. There is no escape.
Let's do an outro. All right, that's good. Hate mail in 3.
The end has come once again. I mean, the year has only started, so look forward to another 52 episodes of Linux Gamecast.
The Mayans sucked at math.
The Mayans predicted
51
this,
more.
and that's why they all left in their spaceship.
Now that you pointed out the bad math, okay, 51 more episodes, because this is 1 plus 51, that's 52. I can do math, shut up.
Can you, though?
Sometimes. No promises. You put me on the spot, and my maths probably go out the window.
List all the prime numbers, Pedro.
Okay, about that. Do we consider 1 as a prime number? After all, it is divisible by itself, and 1.
One is not a prime number. This is a solved thing.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. We're going to be here all night.
I was kind of hoping to see how long you would go for it.
There's many prime numbers, but hey, if you'd like to tell us your favorite prime number, by all means, go to linuxgamecast.com. There's a contact button there. Just fill out the form. It's at the bottom. As long as you don't include any URLs or anything, you're probably safe.
Can we
but
just
if you do,
like, get some hate mail and some feedback on like Google Playhouse? Because I was looking for like math games, and I ran across this gem of a slogan. Are you math enough?
Crystal math.
Mhm.
Power versus crystal math.
2 math for school.
I'm so math, man. I'm like 4 math.
Two math, too furious.
But yeah, no, there's some caveats at the top of the contact form. If you want to promote the thing that you're currently doing, by all means, read the caveats, because those do apply to you. Yes. So, yeah, read them. If you don't, and then your message doesn't go through, well, that can only blame yourself.
What's reading?
How are Bobby
reading is
for?
hard. Yeah.
Like, I wonder, like, can we even? I don't want to break the column. All right, so I was getting ready to punch some shit in to see what happened. Milk the Cow writes in about exclusives, which we talked about last week, because somebody who's clearly indulging on their PCP or
PC
whatever.
games.
Yes, someone's smoking a little too much math.
And they were talking about like, hey, that's what the Steam Deck needs. It needs exclusives. And when PC2 comes out, like this person was attached.
The Twitter post that they made about that article, that got ratioed so bad.
Man. So Milk the Cow writes in. This idea of Steam Deck having exclusives is laughably stupid for a number of reasons, but more because if you think about it, it's a PC. So just by virtue of existing, it has the most exclusives because most PC games are not on consoles.
Mobile would like a word with you, but I agree with the sentiment, and I don't think anyone is vying for exclusives on the Steam Deck, because that was a stupid article, PC Games, and what the hell?
It was a slow news day. They needed to fill up some space. There's no such thing as bad press, right?
Well, that's the other thing. You can imagine somebody's like, hey, poke the internet, get some traffic to the site. Oh, done.
No such thing as bad press. It's all engagement.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, that is, like, call it what you want. I mean, Steam Deck is a personal computer running Linux, and
it just so happens to work very well as a portable games console. Go figure.
It does the thing they set it out to do in the first place. Yep. Amazing.
It's like they had practice.
They did. They fucked up. They failed hard the first time around.
Well, they kind of, undercut all of their business partners by releasing the $30 Steam Link.
They kind of let their business hardware partners take some bullets for them. They're like, all right, let's go look at the carnage. So they had to make it themselves. And you know what? They did it themselves. And I've said this before. Anything Valve ships, it's Valve stuff. Like, no matter what it is, I mean, it's quality. Might not be good as a thing, but it's well made.
But yeah. Look at Artifact. Like, nobody liked Artifact. You can't say that Artifact was a lazy game. Like, that was well thought out. It was,
if anything, it was over designed.
But it wasn't a cheap, low effort thing. Like, Valve clearly tried to make it something.
It wasn't like that co-opted battle chess thing that they ruined.
Auto chess.
Yeah,
that was up for a solid 3 months.
So what the fuck is this? I tried to play it. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing here, man.
It's an idle game. It's an idle game. That's literally.
It's supposed to be like those fighting games that you see on mobile a lot. That you just assemble a team of things and you let it play out.
Gratuitous space battles.
It was basically Vampire Survivors with less interaction.
At least Vampire Survivors is fun.
Womp womp.
Oh, man.
Speaking of opinions on games, this next one is from Dancing Joe, the guy who shows up for the Borderlands streams periodically, if you want to hear his beautiful voice. He says, chair acquisition is my favorite segment. Can't wait for next week. That's why you got in,
Joe. That's why you got in. The chair acquisition.
The chair. Listen, it's the rules of chair acquisition, because we're clearly Ferengi, right? Like, you filthy humans. We know all about you. Earth. Darts, atom bombs, root beer, humans. Joe continues and says, Happy New Year to the LGC talent and community. Thanks for all you do, everything you all do.
Okay,
we don't do much. We don't do much.
Jill and the community.
Yeah.
We don't get anything?
No. We don't deserve it.
All right. Cool.
Here, listen.
Happy New Year, Joe.
All I'm saying is resistance is negotiable. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Please. Couldn't have cut us any deeper, Joe.
No. Oh, dude. Like, no, Ferengi Borg would just straight up be microtransactions.
NFTs.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. The Awesome Avenue. And everybody partying with us. And it's the thing about Linux, man. Like, I've been fucking with it for 30 years. It's never getting boring. Like, there's always, and I just realized something looks vaguely like the state of fucking Texas on the Ferengis. Like, I'm thinking about
pattern recognition in the human brain.
I'm thinking about the prop departments going, just turn it sideways. No one's ever going to see this in high resolution.
Yeah, welcome back to ADHD Cast, you guys.
On that Fringanese bombshell, let's go ahead. Cue some music. You can always find this nonsense kicking off, pulling out of the Nightmare Train Station, because it would say train station, but it says Nightmare Train Station because it's filled with not cars.
Jeez.
Drive through as far as the eye can see. 8:30 here live on Twitch each and every week. Come say hi if you get a chance. Listen to us after fact. That's awesome. Want to get a hold of me? Super easy to get a hold to. Hyper accessible. I'm on the Twitters at Vinstone. I'm on our Mastodon, mass.linuxteamcast.com at Vin. You can get a hold of me just at Vin and IRC. I'm Vinmints on Twitch. I'm just Vin in our Discord. I'm always around, man. You're really easy to get a hold to.
I'm Damon Bach, and I'm gonna get revenge on Picard for blowing up my son, even though he blew himself up.
Wow.
Follow me on Twitter at The Burning Fool, Mastodon at Frojo at mass.linuxgamecast.com, or twitch.tv/burningfool.
Well, I suppose you can always find me on ElonNet at unaccounted4, FOUR, or I technically do have a Mastodon account, but I don't really go there very often. I mostly lurk when I do. You can follow me, but there's nothing there. It's at unaccounted4 at
Just like Pedro's brain, there's nothing there.
Mass.linuxgamecast.com.
He feeds himself too, man. I'm proud of him.
Look, it's
late.
4:30 in the morning.
Let's roll some credits.
Oh, yeah. Next, you'll say that Disney is just a profit-motivated company and nothing else. How dare you, sir?
Shut your whore mouth.
How dare you?
Big greedy company.
We gotta thank our advisors. Vegas, our Theron. We gotta thank our executive producers, Mark Brap, Scott Michaud, Topic Ass, Mike G, Mike T, Drummer, Kohaku, George Pebble, Tomas Junoid, and Hakim, and our Little Nicky fans, Super Deathstote, and only Super Deathstote.
And the Sea Monsters, Renault, Rider X Machina, Trudgy, Veritanuda, Justin, Frostclaw, Nubbin, David, Darkwing, System T, Dancing Joe, and Ogie1. Almost got it through in one breath.
Hey man, plenty of Death Notes, Nova, Basil, Chad, Romero, Marcin, Renee, Leonardo, Dak, Kim, Smash, Chris, Still and Jeeve, yes, back.
Still and Jeeve.
And Doom,
Jeeves.
Gametron, Dodger, Xanthorus, Foxy, Svine, Will of Hope, Jalad, and Alex.
Oh, the Chairlings, Jason, Lord Maka, AJ, Brock, Chris, Craig, Schmechel, Reginald, Alan,
North
Dorothy,
Ranger,
Colin,
Costa, Jonas
Zeno,
Rulo,
Daniel,
Steve
AJ,
B, and Steve
Oil of
B.
Hope, Strider,
Johnny
Secret
Five.
Egg, Live It, oh, hi, Mark.
AJ, Strider.
Respect Bob. Yatko.
Look
Fine
at these
upstanding
fuckers.
cannibals. Carl, Mike, Arthur, Linux New, Aldius, Noctilus, John, Chef, Gametron, and of course, you know it. That's right, it's on loop. Deal with it. Wizards of the Coast, don't sue us, bro.
Listen, we're not doing any OGL stuff. We're fine.
Hush, drizzle. Oh man, shit, we should have had some like D&D mass pronunciation.
So, the only edition had a good one where it's like Wizards of the Coast new license means that they own all MMO characters named Drizzle.
That's what. Who is the drizzle?
Someone made actually a while ago made a really cool like animation of Drizzt for like their college
I
animation
watched
style.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like the Spider Queen shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was him versus Artemis. So it was just like one fight scene or something.
Oh, hang on, I might have watched a different one.
Okay, this was like years ago. I remember someone posted this. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd ran across it on like Odyssey. It's just like a weird place. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Like, I'm genuinely surprised that like WotC hasn't tried to do like a Drizzt series. Like that.
Well, nobody's
that's
gonna
like,
touch that shit now.
Yeah. Oh, well, Hasbro and who does all the Transformers movies? Is it
Michael Bay.
no, not anymore. He's out. The fucking I think it's just Paramount. Like Paramount and Hasbro are pretty tight though. So
Okay. You were going somewhere with that.
yeah. So like I think like Paramount would do it. Like if
Would make a drizzle.
could like yeah. But like it wouldn't be a licensing issue.
Mm.
The guys like Critical Role though they're likely very pissed off.
But they're gonna have to change format. I mean, it's like anything over what, $175,000?
$750,000. you have to pay royalties to Wizards, and anything over, I think, 75K, you have to at least report your income.
But
to
yeah,
Wizards.
more importantly, you have to report all that shit and have people on staff to do that. They have to have people on staff to do that. It's just like, it's going to be a lot of people like, you know what? We're playing Wizards and Steve with something legally distinguishable.
We're playing Tragic the Garnering.
So, no, but so here's the thing: like retro clones exist. There are games like Labyrinth Lord, like Basic Fantasy, like Old School Essentials, like For Golden Glory, that literally take the D&D rules and just republish them because they release like you can't actually copyright the rules to a game. You can copyright the presentation. You can copyright.
They've been to court over this and they fucking lost.
Yeah, like and the OGL exists. Like Wizards released an open back in 2000 released an open source version of Dungeons and Dragons that basically they can't revoke. That license is like set in stone. They're trying to walk that back with this latest revision, but I don't think it would stand up in court.
Right.
And someone's gonna take them to court if they push it out.
No. Well, that's like what's really going to happen is all the third party people are going to be like, okay, well, we're just going to like start publishing for Pathfinder or Labyrinth Lord or something like that.
Oh yeah, Pathfinder. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, Pathfinder's still going. Second edition is a thing. The old school Renaissance, like people are still playing like old versions of D&D, and like people are making new stuff for those editions. So like there's a shit ton of material out there.
It's such a weird one because there's not like a ton of people making that kind of loot on like for what? Like what are you doing? It's like it's fucking Microsoft showing up going, hey man, you're using Microsoft product and keyboard, man. We need to taste that, son.
Yeah. Oh man, could you imagine? Like, yeah, we detected you're using a Microsoft keyboard on the stream, so you need to give us royalties.
I mean,
yeah, you need to pay us royalties for the licensing.
You're using our IP to,
profiteer in some way.
And what's hilarious? This is like the Metallica thing, of, like cutting off your nose. Me twice. Yeah, this is cutting off your nose to spite your face, because like D&D would not be so popular if it wasn't for the extreme community effort, basically shoving it everywhere.
And they're pissed.
Yeah, they are. Because Wizards, at the very beginning of 5th edition, they're like, hey, we have this permissive license. Go and create third-party materials. We're not going to revoke anything. We promise. We're going to be bros. And it's like, yeah. But now like,
we got to make more money somehow.
Yeah, they're
so do you think this is like Hasbro, like genuinely just being disconnected from the audience, or?
So what they're trying to do now is there's like a lot of like ways to play D&D online, and people are making money off of that, like Roll20, Fantasy Grounds, Foundry, like so a lot of what this is doing is they're saying like, oh, you cannot now use our rules to make software. So they're trying to push everyone to like the Wizards virtual tabletop, which they're going to charge a subscription service for, and they're going to do like, they're going to have like, oh, if you want to like play this new fighter feature, you're going to have to pay 99 cents for it to show up in your character sheet and blah, blah, blah. It's just like DLC bullshit for like board games, which is complete poo-poo. It's going to backfire, but
so it sounds like it's going to be completely unenforceable, even if they find a way to enforce. Everybody's like, we'll just play the same thing with some different names on it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like this is what I don't understand about it. I mean, I'm not in the community. That's why I wanted to ask you two.
Yeah, no, it's not a good look. And as someone who like, and here's the thing about like the actual D&D game, the stuff that they've been releasing, like for the official material, has been like such poor quality in terms of like writing, in terms of just like actually providing you a play aid. Like the adventures, the supplements, they've been really, really bad. And the third party stuff,
that a lot ever since they released 4th edition. And then it got much worse with 5th edition.
I will sing 4th edition's praise. I actually think 4th edition is a very well designed game. It just goes too far away from what like. D&D has a problem where, like, there's an equipment list in D&D for, like, 10-foot poles and shit. No one actually uses that. Characters have abilities that invalidate those items. But because they have always been a part of Dungeons & Dragons, people expect them to be there and are mad when they're not. So, 4th edition attempted to, like, fix some structural issues with D&D. And I think it may not have 100% succeeded, but it was a step in the right direction that I really liked. But it was too different. It codified things a little too much, and people reacted poorly to it. That's what resulted in Pathfinder, because of the open source version of D&D. Another publisher, Paizo, who Wizards screwed. They were originally the publisher of the Dungeons and Dragons magazines that put out a bunch of third-party content. And they're like, hey, you can't make this magazine. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to make our own game. We already have a massive mailing list because people were already subscribing to us for our content. So we're just going to keep making shit under our name now. And that was what resulted. That was a big part of what resulted in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, which was Wizards attempting to walk that back. And now they're fucking doing it again, and they're creating a bunch of new competitors. And like the scene has exploded now, thanks to all like the RPG scene, like tabletop RPG scene. There's so many games out covering so many genres. D&D doesn't have D&D has the monopoly because it has the name recognition. Once you lose that goodwill, though, people will just start playing other shit.
Yeah.
I have opinions on that. Sorry for the rant, folks.
And Wizards of the Coast isn't exactly.
It's Hasbro. It's Hasbro.
But there was something very similar with Magic the Gathering many years ago.
Still happening now. I still have friends who play Magic. They're like, they are releasing basically new shit every month to the point where people can't catch up, and a lot of it is like premium stuff.
And you need to spend shit tons of money if you want to remain competitive in the standard scene, which is why a lot of people are just going, no, I'm just going to keep playing on like.
So that's where Commander came in. Like Commander came up as a format, and now Wizards is like, well, now we're making Commander cards specifically for it. So if you want to be good at Commander, you got to buy all these shit.
And selling $200 decks, Commander decks that come with all the stupidly rare cards.
Apparently, the worst part is they're selling like reprint Black Lotuses in like booster packs, but they don't have the right card back, so you can't even use them in tournaments. You just get them to have them, which is pointless, right? Like, Games Workshop has a finely tuned trolling algorithm. If you do anything that vaguely resembles a Warhammer, Games Workshop is knocking on your door and be like, hey guys,
dude,
you want to give us some licensing fees or we're going to sue you?
Team Exhaust fan on this guy. 37C.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's better than 68.
Yeah.
System fan at 1400, CPU fan at 1400. All right. I might bump the clock up. Just waste a little more power. What are we feeling like tonight, gentlemen? I don't want to be too long because I'm going to be getting up tomorrow early to do some setup for DaVinci Resolve and hope to do a stream.
You want to do like 2 Jackbox games and call it?
That's more what I was thinking, like just like natural or tanks, something that doesn't require so much setup.
Let's just do tanks. Tanks is easy.
Tanks is easy, yeah.
Hey, we're going to be playing tanks, everyone, if you'd like to pop in.
Shell Shock Live.
Shell Shock, yes.
Some people, occasionally we're graced by Ultra Mega Scott, and we all play Try to Kill Scott, which is only Alan is the one among us.
Then we all get to watch Alan and Scott fight.
I mean, it's win-win. This thing's using Unity that's so old, it's still got the Unity screen and note, but hey, I kind of like it now. That would do the streaming thing. I'm like, that's handy.
I can set resolutions. You're giving me an option to set resolutions before the game starts? Neat.
My, how things have changed.
How the turns have tabled.
Yes. Checkmate, atheist.
Oh, looks like Jesus is in chat.
Oh?
Jesus.
Jesus?
Yeah. Let's grab a screenshot of that and scooch that over.
I don't know. Oh. What's up, Jesus?
Jesus.
See, I don't know where to go with that because I'd be like, Jesus, like, Jesus, bitch, what are you talking about?
Jesus Christos.
Corpus Christi.
I still love the fact that, like, Christos is Greek for covered in oil, anointed in oil. And Jesus is the Romanized version of Yeshua, which is Josh. So Jesus Christ is oily Josh.
So here's the thing I need to, I never did any, most of the things like, the like, don't fuck around with these things were like, they made like some sense when you looked at them like in the time frame. I can't get my, like shellfish. I'm like, yeah, that should kill you if you're not.
Yeah.
I'm like,
sure.
I get these things like the trigs. The fuck's up with figs, buddy?
God hates them.
God hates figs.
Yep.
Like the figs I never understood. Like I didn't even go look into that, and I'm like,
it was one fig tree, to be fair.
Okay.
And like
fucked it up for all the fig trees.
I mean, there's one where like Jesus like summons bears to go after some kids because
figs.
No, because they made fun of him for being bald.
Yeah, but we need to know about the figs.
I don't know. I like figs.
To be
like
fair, I don't like figs, so I'm with
figs.
God on that one.
I'll take a couple of figs, like maybe a fig or two. That's pretty good.
You should just be able to right-click join. We haven't started up the server yet.
Can you get an invite? Yeah. We gotta get into the after show. So more extra with audio and stuff.
Fig Newtons. I like Fig Newtons.
Have I had a Fig Newton? Probably. Yeah, I've had a Fig Newton.
They're like little...
Yeah, the little sandwichy things.
Yeah.
Those aren't... Like, again, I can have one or two and I'm good, but yeah, I'm not a...
I like them.
Dun, 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 dun. One of these is the right button. There it is. Hey.
One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. It's me.
No Trackmania. After show's in. Yeah. All right. So, let me see. After show's in. Record. I tap that button and I bring them on. They should be able to hear us.
Okay. Now I can hear you.
I hear a mute.
There we go.
Yay.
Yay.
All right. So we got Alan's so excited.
Alan, calm the fuck down. Seriously.
Don't. He's the energy of this group, man. Don't you fucking dare mess with our vibe.
Can't help it.
Just wait until
it's
Scott
all natural,
joins
baby.
in.
Contain yourself, sir.
Let's see. After games. We can do that. And let's set up a
create
game, yeah.
Create.
And I'm going to put it on 6 for now.
Oh, whoa.
Friends?
Friends.
Friends.
One day it will work.
There we go.
Like, literally, if they only update one thing for this game ever, please make that.
Was that you, Beastwick? I don't know you. No, Beast. I don't know.
No,
Beastwick. That was
Beastwick.
Beastwick.
Yeah, Beastwick is Beastwick.
Hold on.
We're just waiting for him to. Oh, okay. We're working on that schedule.
I shot him an invite. Should be good.
I don't know, man.
Beastie.
People malfunction when we try to get into games.
There it is.
Canadian version of Beast Wars.
But with Wix, it's like John Wick, but with beast mode.
Keanu Wars.
Keanu Wars. I mean,
I'm a Keanu man from a Keanu gang, living in my Keanu, selling Keanu.
All right, everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Is this the real life?
No escape from reality.
Okay.
Have fun humming that shit tomorrow around noon.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Yeah.
But will you do the fun?
And then it's like Wayne's World flashbacks.
As a never but a sign for me. for people. I can't do high notes anymore.
Hey man, I want to thank Wayne's World for introducing me. That was the first time Queen was brought to my attention, because I'm sure I'd heard Under Pressure before, but I was like, what the fuck is it? Oh, rock opera. Hell yeah, that's my thing. I like this.
I would like to thank Highlander for just being an entire movie set to a Queen soundtrack.
Yeah, there is that. All right.
Who wants to live forever?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Princes of the Universe still fucking slaps.
Hell yeah. Yeah. All right. Me, you, Beastie. Let's take down these punks. Basically, your strats try to take Alan out quick as possible.
Yeah. We come to be the rulers of you all.
The second movie's not canon.
Second movie didn't exist.
Third movie didn't exist. Oh, that fourth movie. Oh, that fourth movie's a stinker.
Too hot. Okay. Solid trace around.
I can do anything inside of this. I got my pink sphere of influence. I can shoot out of these things?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I think this was the interesting one. Yeah. Next turn.
Oh dear.
Oh
There we
dear,
go.
indeed.
There we go.
You can drive, Beastwick. You can move left and right. Ah!
I remember how to play.
A new dimension has been unlocked.
What if you could hack this game to move in like 3 dimensions?
That's somewhere playing with 2.5D chess now.
Nope, too hot. Boing, boing.
That time it went out.
Boing boing.
Well, that was useless. No one did anything.
You know, it was very polite of the game to just remind me. It's like, fuck you. I do what I want.
Yeah, just
Rules?
Eat shit. Yeah, the only rule is get fucked.
Damn, Daniel.
Beastie, damn.
119 damage. Thank you.
I have no good shot. I'm out of the game.
What are you talking about? You're in the hole. No one can hit you.
Alternatively, everything will just like fall in there.
Yeah.
I have no idea if this will hit anything.
Sorry.
Hey!
Oh, so close. Ow! Ow!
Friendly fire. Oh, crit. Oh.
Oh ho ho! Get sucked, Alan.
He'll figure a way out of this.
Wee! Wait.
Bonk.
Drone strike.
Now they put the bumper over the thing. Well, I guess I'm safe. And Mir.
Spermies, go!
Ow.
Oh no!
Damn it.
Damn it, Spermies! I hit one
Good
thing with my
froggies.
Spermies.
Good froggies.
I think I smacked Pedro once with the Spermie. It's not much of a money shot, it's more of like a loose chain shot.
I think I might have overshot this one.
Damn.
Ow.
There we go. Some froggies came back down.
It's,
Come
Froggies
on.
got
There we go.
sucked. Oh, fuck. Are you fucking serious?
yep.
Are you fucking... Are you fucking eating my ass? Come on.
I mean, listen,
Boiling
man, we
mash
just
and
gave you
sticking
the
in
menu.
my
What you did with it?
ass.
Oh, fuck. That went too high.
Good roll.
Damn it.
Well, at least Ben had something.
I am gonna hit Pedro.
All right.
Probably. I haven't moved since the game started.
Micro adjustments.
Microtransactions. Boing.
Ah, no.
Damn it.
Yes.
Ow.
No. You. Okay. Right. We're good.
Yes, go back. Oh, damn it.
We're good.
Fucking hell. These really don't want me to hit anything, do you, game?
I don't have.
Oh, shit.
Hi.
Nah.
Solid hit.
Spider tanks. Spider tanks.
Hey, Homer, I can see your doodle.
Alan.
Oh.
Ow. Ow.
That didn't work.
That backfired a little bit.
Yep. Sorry about that.
Man, this early in the game, I'm into the fuck does this do?
Is that coming down? Ah.
Okay.
Burning Fool,
Hey.
you got 15. I don't know of what, but
I
fine.
hit Alan.
oh, sweet.
Yep.
Whee! Magnets.
Oh, I died. Well, that's it. You got this, Ven. It's all you, baby.
Fine.
You fucking unlock your Super Saiyan powers now. Come on.
360 no scope engaged.
It's just like Gohan and Cell, right? Like, we just
MLT,
gotta-
baby.
There we go.
Step through the rain.
Very
ropes.
good.
Listen, you have to unnerve the enemy before you strike.
Lull them into a false sense of security.
Nah, man, I want them to wee themselves.
You gotta go buy a Nintendo Wii, Pedro.
Fuck.
Then I'm going to force them to wear adult diapers
Depends.
for their incontinence.
Incontinence or incompetence?
Incom blank and
Sounds like you need some diapers, buddy.
yeah, okay. Solid hit.
All right, everyone. 11, possibly 13 more of those. Then I got Alan left. Whatever. Scratch.
I live, bitch.
It's a tactical go back. Damn it, I'm out of petrol.
That one. Sure, why not?
I don't know what this shit was. Here.
Wee.
Twinkle,
Those
twinkle,
stars.
little star.
Not fucking much. All right. Save me, portals.
Save me, GLaDOS.
Bitches.
This was the triumph of making a note here. Huge success.
There we go. Now we get to listen to Alan.
Yeah, one more.
Hey, I got the heavy roller.
We do the marksman, then we close out with some suka.
Pedro, why is your name missing the T?
Whoa,
because it's
boy,
upside
sit
down, and yeah, as it TFA.
I guess your T is unaccounted for.
Oh.
He said something, but I don't know what it was.
It looks
Yeah,
like we
froze.
have it. Yeah, it froze for a second. It came back up. Well, we got
Okay.
Jordan back.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it wasn't just me. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, like desperately checking like X runs anywhere. What's going on?
Yeah, I think we're all trained to like just do this
Yeah,
shit.
no,
and,
it's like
just
I was
wait
looking at
30
the
seconds.
return video. Everything is frozen. It's like, what's going on?
It's gonna fuck itself, baby. I mean, Fate knows it's in the
jitsy.
after shows, and it doesn't count right now. Fate, no one's watching. Maybe you're just gonna give me this one. Oh man, you love Linux. Yeah, we got a couple of System 76 employees in chat.
Former System 76
Former,
employee.
And current.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's real awkward.
Awkward. Yeah.
But yeah, no, Valve doesn't allow for the word account in account names, so I had to put the T upside down.
Jordan, are you still looking for some junior developers?
No, I need senior people.
Ah.
I need people who know what they're doing. Unlike
Fully
me.
remote, perchance?
Yeah, actually.
what the? Oh,
You
that's
ever
right.
worked
I
for a
forgot to-
Canadian before? What
Yeah,
was-
do you,
They have good healthcare.
do you really want to work for me? I don't know.
I mean, people got some weird fetishes, man.
I forgot
Oh
I had
no,
my
step
controller
boss, what
still
are you
plugged
doing?
in.
I'm stuck in this washing machine. Oh no.
I'm running Pop OS on my HP workstation.
Why do you need
Oh, wait,
NVIDIA
is it
drivers
me
for a file
against
server?
all of you? What's going on here?
Say what?
It's free for
No.
all.
It's
Oh.
Target. It's
You see
it's
that?
marksman.
You see the thing that looks like
you,
a target?
you have to hit the target.
Yeah,
If you miss, you die.
you got this, fam.
I see.
No pressure.
10 seconds.
I feel stress.
Pressure
7.
pushing down on me. Pressing
I'm
down
done.
on you.
Three,
No man is nope.
2, and you dead.
Too hot.
Aw.
Goodbye.
Oh hey! I love easy hand jobs. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. All right, hold on. What kind of fucking dumbass
I'm
shit
very
do I
bad at
have?
The main rig is Nobara. Pedro
You'll get
runs the Nobaras. You run the Fedoras. I run the Debians, and that's Linus. He says hi, and that's Frank.
And it's your
The-
turn
the-
then.
No,
The Fedorfs.
the Fedorfs. I'm looking for the aftergame show. There it is. Damn it.
Yes, I too am on Nobara on an all AMD system.
Boop.
What was that other
Yeah.
Fedora? Corora?
Funduntu.
Oh yeah, Korora.
Yeah, Corora's gone the way of Verdant. I don't think it's actively maintained anymore.
Oh god, I'm in a hole. I feel like spaghetti.
When in doubt. Yeah, Moons is got range. It goes places. All right.
Yeah, moons you gotta try and throw away at your earliest possible opportunity. Like, it's
They're unreliable, but man, they can get you out of some tight spots.
if they decide that they want to go in the direction you want
I'm
them to
just-
find.
you know, if you're not able to traverse the entire map twice before running out of them,
He's dead, Alan.
Okay, sure.
You
got
get
this.
double XP because you got the X2 damage. Moons!
Stop mocking
very
me.
good. RX, the 5700 XE, that's the one Strider has.
I have it too. It's a very
All
good
right,
card.
okay.
they're cheap,
All right,
dude.
right.
And I mean that like they're good cards, but they're really inexpensive right now.
Yeah, it's that first gen Navi.
Yeah,
RDNA.
like
Yeah,
you just
or-
need some 1080p gaming in your life. It'll take care. Oh, sure, doesn't matter.
Oh it
Yes.
can do.
Fuck.
Oh no, it fucking crushes UHD too. It's
Oh, well.
it's a good card. Yeah.
Right, okay, I'll take the easy one. Let's see here. Something that I can
No,
get
no,
rid of
no,
that's not
Pedro Domo Yamate.
spray. Hello there, Jordan's butt.
Oh no, not my bum bum.
Oh,
No.
oh god damn it. Well, I'm gone. Bye.
Kaboom. Yeah.
Come on, Alan,
Yes,
fuck it up.
As soon as the RX 5700 XT drops
I
below
fucked it up.
200, I might get it.
Oh,
Oh,
that
no,
was a bit high.
you're dead. Oh,
Oh,
boy, it's
no.
Pedro versus
Portugal
Yeah.
versus
Canada.
Like, I'm
Canada.
not even expecting to fucking win this shit.
He says, as he usually does.
But you
Well,
might.
no, listen. If I win, it is in spite of my own incompetence, not because of any particular
You're saying
talent
it's my
I have.
fault. Okay.
You sucked more than I did somehow.
It's not a contest, you guys.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh man,
Jordan
we're deep
keeps
into
getting
you
the
miss
easy
that.
one.
You get nice.
I'm looking. I'm down to like all the shit that like just fires randomly. I'm like, if I pick it, it's gonna miss.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yes.
Ooh, good one.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Damn it, hang on. Where's the Discord box talk guest?
Oh my god! How did I do it
Swish.
Holy crap.
against all odds?
Okay, fine. Jordan wins.
Sveng wins.
I'm not even good. You're just
He's tired, alright? Leave him alone.
sure.
He is. He's tuckered up. You know he doesn't eat, right? He's low on energy.
It's true. I haven't eaten. I'm super fucking low on energy. Holy shit. I've been having like that low blood sugar drunkenness
Mm.
where it's like wee.
Now that you mention it, I haven't had anything to eat in. Let's see. I finished dinner at 9, so 8 hours.
I eat about like 26 hours ago. Does that count? Humble brag.
Yeah, I'm a little heavier than you.
Brett, I'm considerably heavier than both of you. So yeah.
Yes.
I weigh more. I need more food. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's about as useful as bragging about starving. So
That's why I was making a joke of it. But you
Yeah.
know, that's how it works.
that's the joke. He's fun.
There we go. That one right there.
Okay.
All right,
Wait,
Pedro, are you
I
going to
can go
defend
left.
or are you going to attack?
I have one bulger.
I can go left.
I have none. So yeah, I'm on attack.
Oh,
I'm going to shoot one bulger right under the goal, if possible.
Oh yeah, baby.
Thank you.
You'll all right, now we just got to defend the goal at all costs.
I'm gonna bulge right there.
I'm going to conclude.
There. It's higher up now. It should be harder to hit.
Okay, we need to get into public works on our side.
Down in a hole.
Okay, now we need to get
sucks.
theirs down a bit, so there's a slope going into it.
What is good for going through terrain?
The tunneler.
Okay.
Tunneler, the yin yang sends one
I don't
above
have
ground
that,
and
though.
one underground.
Okay. I have a sinkhole.
Can I use
Is
the
it
flower?
sinkhole?
Oh man, this would
Is
be
it
dope.
sinkhole
Like,
DeMayo?
The
I
sinkhole
don't know what to
demand.
use. I don't want to accidentally hurt us.
You can't do damage here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only emotional damage.
God damn it.
That would have
The ultimate fuck you.
Lightning strikes for all of you. Go outside.
It's not raining.
yet.
It was earlier.
You're gonna get struck by lightning with that attitude.
Wee, boing, boing, boing. Boing,
Fuck off.
boing, boing. Oh, boo.
It went into the hole.
I think not.
Let's see, what else do I have?
I got shit that'll knock it directly back in our goal. That's what I.
Yeah, that's kind of it, isn't it?
Nah.
Oh, it's us.
Well, I don't think I've ever shot the portal gun, so might as well try that one.
Yeah,
Cube.
Get cocky, kid.
when
Don't
Mr.
get
Lurt
penisy.
and I were playing, we just played to figure out what the weapons did, really.
Seems
Ah,
like an
cheats.
obvious thing to do, yeah. Plus 1 XP. Yeah. Just die.
This is an emotional roller coaster.
It's a bit.
I take full responsibility. I can't. Well, who else is? Oh, Alan.
Yeah.
What? Oh, were you looking for victims to throw to the boss with you? Like, what?
100%.
Oh! No!
No.
Oh, get in the hole. Oh, no! Pedro!
No!
Oh. Nobody get anywhere near it. I don't
Bring
have
that
power.
down.
Alan,
Bring
you got to
that
do
goal
something, buddy. You
down,
need to
because that would have been
drive to the other
fucking
side of that
awesome.
ball and knock it in the opposite direction of our goal. You know what? That's better than anything we can do, man.
That would have been so awesome if it had worked.
Okay, nuke incoming.
I mean, if we manage to win without having actually scored a single goal, that would be pretty good.
Yes. Done.
Oh, fuck's sake.
That worked.
Spicy bullshit.
I want a .05 assist on that. Yeah, give me my XP. Nice shot.
Go, froggies. Big spermies.
Yeah. What? Oh.
Okay.
Sure.
Their goal is down a bit, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm still gonna work on that some more.
Yeah, no, just get rid of that spike that's in front of it, and that's perfect.
Go, chicken.
Chickens, arise.
Oh,
Going for
That's
my play.
Oh. Nope. All right. Gonna knock this nub down a little. Okay.
oh. Ah.
The other way, ball.
No. The other way.
The other way.
I have.
This is our punishment for speaking nice of figs.
Well, I don't know what other easily dried fruit do you prefer? Dates,
What will I fuck up? Prunes, plums.
prunes.
Yeah.
A warrior's drink.
Makes you poop like a champ.
Oh, they do when you're like halfway through a fucking thing of dried plums and you put 2 and 13 together. You're like, oh, fuck. Right, I know what dried plums are. That's right here on the label.
Praisins.
If they
Why does it come back this way? I do not understand ball physics.
There is no physics. There is only Zool.
Do I have anything that will... No, probably not. Just
Oh. I don't know what this does.
Hi.
I forgot what asteroids does.
Ah, come on. No.
Waste quarters at the arcade. That's what asteroids does.
Take my XP back and put it back in the other direction.
Take
oh,
my
no.
wife.
We have Wiggle Rex.
All right. Needles.
Nettles. Salad fingers.
No,
this look good.
no. There we go. Somewhere in the middle is fine, yeah.
We gotta take out that other little hump in front of their goal.
That's my lovely ball lump. Don't leave her alone.
my lovely lady humps.
Witness as we fuck up the terrain all around the ball. And somehow manage to send it closer to us. Yes.
Oh no.
Double close.
Can Team Red snatch victory from the jaws of defeat?
Fuck.
You fucked too soon.
You didn't fuck hard enough.
Clearly, yes.
What do I got?
We need to fuck hard with a vengeance.
But sometimes you gotta say, hey, I'm gonna fuck you. Softly.
Discreetly.
I'm gonna screw you gently.
Jack Black teaching the real lessons about love.
With his tenacious
What's your favorite
dick.
dish? I'm not gonna cook it, but I'll order in from Zanzibar.
Zanzibar!
You know what? This is all on us, team. We need to come together
You got this.
as a unit.
I mean, you have Mr. Alert on your side.
Yes, Alan's been holding back until now. It's the last turn. It's his
Yes.
time to shine.
Here's the reality.
Yeah,
Alan
I
can only
definitely can't
carry
help
us so far. I mean,
Yeah. He doesn't have very long legs.
Damn
it's not. And Alan's natural instinct is to stay in the corner and hope people forget about him until he comes back and just wrecks your shit. So,
Kind of like that, yeah.
Oh, that was so close.
Well, welcome back to my
Right.
ball pit.
You don't shoot the ball now, you just shoot the other side.
Yeah,
gentlemen,
actually,
if you
yeah,
run out the
that's-
clock, I
work for
will
us.
hunt you down individually.
Yeah, that's what's happening, baby.
Fireworks! Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Punks.
Yay!
Hey, leveled up. Level 40.
Yeah.
Tanks for nothing.
Shockwave.
I got a bounder.
Transformers. I unlock hell.
Reinforced gun. Ooh.
Oh, you got the new barrel?
I got the new barrel.
Ah, thank you for the resub. Killer Rotaku
Taku robots? Otaku robots.
Otaku.
Thank you very much for the 2-month resub.
Killer Rot Aku robots.
Aku.
Aku. Ah, man. You know, was the Samurai Jack remake decent?
Suppose you know what? I never watched it.
Maybe.
I heard it was pretty good.
All right. I might give that an apple.
All right. Well, I'm gonna change my. That's locked.
There we go. I got 10 gears from the daily win bonus.
I got 8 gear, man.
I got Metal Gear. Let's see.
Cool. 3.
Oh, a new version of OBS is out. AMD AV1 encoder. Hey! For the
Hey, I got 10.
7000 series on Windows.
7900s.
Get wrecked. Intel HEV encoder, Windows. Oh, look, they finally added a rebound equalizer to OBS. Yay. I'll go through the changelog. Maybe I'll throw some of that shit in Wednesday's show. I'm sure there's Control F Linux. stuff in here.
Oh, new Thunder Chicken.
I run in nightlies on that, or dailies.
A video for fellow Jitzer has been turned off to save bandwidth.
Just in time, baby.
Yeah. You used up all your metered bandwidth, Pedro.
It isn't. Well, now it's back.
You're going to get a nasty, strongly worded email from the king.
From Richard Branson. Stop using all of my internet. I'm
No.
very poor. I can't afford all of it.
Fuck you, Zombie Elvis.
With his blue suede shoes.
Oh, man. So, everyone, that's going to let us pull the Nightmare Train back into the station. We have done it. We've done our time. Rocket and roll from 7:30 until midnight. 1.
Midnight 30.
More past midnight. Midnight 25. And then some change. We had a lot. Had our ups, had our downs. We learned stuff. We had another panda off. It's turning into and a great t-shirt idea that I've already forgotten.
The snuggle is real.
The snuggle is real. All right. Stay tuned for some of that. So tomorrow, I'm going to attempt to stream a little bit of editing from DaVinci Resolve, editing like the show that we just spent the last 4 hours doing. There's no time, no guarantees on any of that, so I'm just going to say again, stay tuned to the announcement segment, because it's going to be like an unlisted video on YouTube, because I'm going to be trying. Step 1, find out what breaks. Work your way backwards from there. Something I've been wanting to do in 2023, so you got to do some baby steps. Tuesday, we'll be back for Trackmania. If you like retro racing, we play Trackmania 2. Head over to filthy.linuxgamecast.com. All the information is there. It's super cheap. Has that game ever went over like $3? I don't think so.
5, yes.
5.
3, I'm...
It's always cheap, man. That's one of the reasons I picked it. It runs on a calculator. You don't need much in the way of power. We got our own private server, 14 new tracks each week, and I'll be back Tuesday doing that. Wednesday, weekly daily Wednesdays, 3 p.m. Thursday, Jorderlands with his fancy Jorderlands graphics. Thank you, Empty. And Friday back for the points match with Trackmania. Saturday is one of these days. And Sunday will be a direct reflection of like, well, let's not do that again. Or like, all right, let's see if we can iterate on this. Any big plans for dinner? Anyone? Breakfast?
I have a giant Tupperware container full of pre-cooked meat that I'm going to consume.
Any, like, was it just like variety meat?
No, it's a roast that I had frozen for a while that I cooked.
Ah,
Nice.
I have some.
No, it was a very
left over in
poorly
the fridge,
butchered,
so I'm gonna eat those.
it was a what?
very poorly butchered piece of meat. I could have done a better job.
All right.
That's saying something.
All right. Pedro might microwave something. I don't know.
Actually, yes, I will put steaks in the microwave because they're already cooked. I'm just gonna heat them up.
You quitter. You need to microwave a steak, man.
I'll eat cold steak.
Yeah, I could eat cold steak too, but those actually taste really, really nice warm. So
Just toss a steak in the air fryer.
I don't have an air fryer.
You should get one.
Add
Fine,
it
I'll
to your
put one on my
wish
wish list.
How's the one that you got, Mr. Alert?
What?
The
Yeah,
air
right?
fryer you got.
Oh, it's working out good.
What's
You
the brand?
You need to get the one that you can stick an entire chicken in.
I think it is
How
big
about a
enough
baby
that we
goat?
could fit a chicken in there.
Maybe a couple
Yeah,
Cornish
it's an
game
air
days.
frying toaster oven, actually.
Oh yeah, I see it. Air fryer oven digital Ace Cool.
Does it
18
have,
liters.
Wait a minute. Does it have Bluetooth and does it have an HD webcam?
It has a touchscreen.
Useless.
1800 watts. No Bluetooth.
I was looking at 3D printers and that's like a pretty common feature now that I want.
Bluetooth?
No, webcam.
Oh,
So
okay.
like, to watch it.
HD, it was like, yo, you don't have to fuck with it, man. It just like, all right, that's one less camera.
Yeah, no, they know you want to watch the thing print. So.
Right. And you're like, oh, you're going to be streaming? It's got a streamer's edition. I'll take 2. Man, more power to you if you can sit and watch a Twitch stream of somebody printing something out with a 3D printer, man.
Just watching a 3D printer go.
If that works for you, I'm envious of you, okay? Just know that.
I mean, maybe it's just like white noise replacement.
I'm jelly if that works for you. I'm like, oh yeah, that's my jam. I'm like, shh, because man, that is nothing but like science and tech half the time, or makers and crafting, which is doing better than me, man. So, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.